You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Frustration get the better of you and make you do things you should never do. You got to keep the faith, you can't surrender. You never know, tomorrow may be brighter. Behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now, we gotta keep on trying. Keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. As long as you have health and strength, reaching your goal, nothing should prevent. Every time you fall, get up again. Don't sit down there like that and complain. You got to stand up and continue fighting. Don't give up, keep courage, you must win. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now, we gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Obstacles will get in the way, stumbling blocks to hinder your day. But you can't afford to let them stop you, no matter how hard it is to go through. You got to stand up and continue fighting. Endurance shall win in the ending. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now, we gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Strong positive mind, negative thoughts, leave them behind. We got to go forward in sure certainty. Let no element humbug that possibility. But if you give up, you have no way of knowing if next day would have brought good tidings. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now, we gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going.
apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and me. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet, so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, cover, cover. Cover me. Cover me. Cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution. because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we always say it doesn't matter what color T-shirt you have on. You have on a burgundy T-shirt, a maroon T-shirt, a salmon T-shirt. Yeah, salmon T-shirt. Each and every one is welcome on WZYE 95.9 FM on Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. You're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Sonoranius. Each and every one is welcome on Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics. And you know we always say, ladies, we originate, we don't imitate. And we're the only program on the planet with an oath/pledge to you, the people, that will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Take a listen.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And of course, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our oath/pledge to you, the people, that will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm going to bring in my pal, my co-host here, the man himself, the young man himself, no other than Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good afternoon, and it's a pleasure being here in Sunday Talk with you. As we wind down 2024, we're coming close to the end, and it's going to be a memorable year. It already is, as a matter of fact, when it comes to statistics. But another statistic which is very positive that was just made was by Joshua Regello. And that's something that we have to congratulate him on. That's very positive. That he played the steel pan for 31 hours. And he's now in the Guinness World Book of Records. Did I say it right? Guinness World Record.
World Records. Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah, however, it's same thing.
Yeah, well, I'm encouraged by that. because the steel pan is something that I hold dear to, and I really celebrate and appreciate coming from our homeland.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's interesting, Tommy. So I think we could say that there's been one innovative thing happen under Prime Minister Rowley. Right? Because I was asking for that and I haven't been able to get it now yet, as yet. So Joshua Regello, answer that question for us. Name one innovative thing that happened under Prime Minister Rowley regime. Joshua Regello created a Guinness Book of World Records. The first. That is what innovation is about, Tommy. That is innovative. You know, he had to sit down, think about it. As a matter of fact, let me try something here. Let me try to see if Joshua Regello will pick up his phone. Hold on, eh? Just a minute. Here it is. Let me try Joshua Regello. Oh, active 6 hours ago.
It's probably rested.
He must be resting.
After 31 hours, you're going to need a long rest.
Yeah.
You should get up to eat at least.
Huh?
You should get up to eat.
Yeah. Have you tried calling your father?
Yeah, let's call Junior.
Yeah. Let me see if your father gonna pick up the phone. Now that he's no longer mayor, I think he will pick up the phone.
Even while he was mayor, he picked up, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Let me keep playing check there quick. But
Yeah, Junior's a regular guy.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna go. All right, let me try him over here. Junior Regello. So he's trying to former mayor, Junior Regello. Hello, good morning, Mr. Regello. You are live on WZYE 95.9 FM with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, can I help?
Well, we was just trying to call you because we saw the performance of your son and creating history there in Trinidad and Tobago, and reach out to him so we could.
You don't take,
Huh?
you don't take my number and call me. You don't take my number and call me back.
You sure you want to give your number out on the phone?
So I know you can call me back.
All right, give it to me. Give it to me.
Just now, you're talking to Joshua's father.
No, I know that. I'm aware of that.
Right, 301
301. Okay.
1534.
1534. You're on WhatsApp, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 301 1534. Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man. Bless. All right, let me try this now. Tommy, we different, you know.
Yep.
We different. We just say we originate. We don't imitate.
No imitation.
Listen to the Belmont midfielder who just sit down on the bench. Listen to him. Watch him there, Tommy. Watch what he say. I don't know why he just come off the bench, you know.
He said today is Sunday. Allow the people to eat a good Sunday lunch now. Yeah.
You see, Tommy, why I call him the midfielder that's sitting on the bench? Them kind of fellas, you had to lead them on the bench. They can't come up, well, they could come off the bench for the last 30 seconds of the game. You know what I mean? 868-301-1534. Be a little innovative now,
Midfielder. SC.
Yeah, I know you got what SC means, no? You know what SC means?
I don't want to say the wrong thing, so
Okay,
I'm gonna save it.
Hello.
Mr. Regello, a pleasant good afternoon to you. Again, you are live on WZYE 95.9 FM here in New Jersey with Uncle Tommy and Professor
Your
Ward.
volume is a bit low.
All right, let me see if I can bring it up a little bit.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yeah,
Mayor.
is that any better? Is that any better?
A little better now.
Okay, thank you so much. And what it is, Mr. Regello, is that we saw what your son did, and it is earth-shattering, it's innovative. It's the first time something like this has happened in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, reach out to him, but we know he must be sleeping. So we said, let me try this if we could get.
He's asleep right now.
Right. I said, let me try to see if we could get his father. Because we know his father and parents would be very proud of him to go 31 hours, you know, playing the steel pan. And the first, and not just a steel pan, a chrome steel pan at it. You see?
Well, that's the other record. Of course, he was the other aspect of the record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. How did he come up with the idea? What inspired him to come up with that idea?
Well, I cannot see where you got the idea from. What I could say is that since he and his brother, about 3 or 4 years old, they were given a Guinness Book of Records every year.
Wow.
So they have a series of that at home from 1990s to this year.
Okay.
So I don't know if that would have inspired him. I can't say. I mean, Joshua is his own man. He has his own ideas. He's creative in his own way, and having grown up in a Joshua didn't go into pan. Joshua was born into pan.
So,
I have pictures of Joshua at 3 years old playing pan. So he was born into this. So it's a natural process. He's been going to the pan since he was a baby. In fact, when somebody reminded me that when he and his brother each left the hospital, they went to the pan first before going to our home. So I drove into the pan and get them, familiar with the surroundings and that sort of thing. I don't know if that had any impact on your life, but the pan is their first home, not their second home.
Yeah. So, Mr. Regello, at any time, because doing 31 hours straight and only taking 5 minutes break, that's not easy, 31 hours.
I didn't say what I'm saying. So your volume very soft, I must say.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, all right. Is that any better?
A little better now.
All right, listen to this. I mean, for a person to have to go 31 hours and only taking 5-minute breaks, I mean, was there any point?
He went the first 17 hours without the break.
17 hours? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And was there any point in time, for as far as you know, that it became very difficult because of no sleep?
Well, they had doctors stand by to monitor him. I personally sat in the audience and look at his features and look at his eyes and his facial expression to see any sign of weariness or tiredness. And I saw none of that. I was concerned about between 1 a.m. and maybe 5, 6 for the morning, right? What would have happened? But he had support from so many friends and other persons who came by and kept it alive and kept him up. Right? And he was very clever. So his repertoire would have varied to suit the time and the mood. So you would not hear him playing a slow song or soft piece of music or classical piece between 3 and 4 in the morning. He had up-tempo music at that time with very, very spartan upbeat So he kept the energy level going. So he was very strategic in what he was doing.
So
And that is part of his armor, and his planning and his structure and how he do things. So he worked it well.
Yeah, I mean, he really did a splendiferous job. I was following it too on WAC TV, and
But I was amazed at how many people, I mean, people looking at it. I mean, because it's a test of strength and endurance, and you and I know that that's not an easy feat. How do you do that? How do you concentrate for that period of getting a lapse here and there where your eyes shutting down? I remember coordinating an event in Arima once, and I was getting home between 5 and 6 in the morning after a long day and night, and I just like my eyes just closed for a second. I ran into a car, from behind. So these things happen, but his concentration level and is remarkable and amazing.
but,
Because at the same time, you have to memorize over almost 60 or 70 songs, and you also had people who coming in on the spot impromptu and say, okay, I want to do this song, and you have to learn the song on the spot. So all of those challenges, so somebody came in and said, okay, this is my 2025 song, and this is how we do this, and you start to sing the song with them, and he would just come in as they went along. So all of those challenges were add to the phenomenon.
well, your son have created history because this was innovation at its fullest, and when we talk about innovation, we're talking about something that has never been done previously, and this was innovation and thinking at its fullest. And the whole world congratulate your son, for doing this. And you know what he has done now? He have now created a revolution now of other people now trying to go and break his record.
But there you go. Brian Lara for what is still standing. But it's also what the part is about. The part is about that type of evolution and progress and improvement to what started back in the 1940s, 1950s, where we are now. So that's a natural process and should be encouraged. Let us know how can we make it better. I think what we were able to do, what he was able to do, was able to put to rest, claim that the outside world gonna have left us, and the fathers no longer. Coco had a song really help and reach. Remember that song?
Yep.
Look at where it reached. And there's so many phenomenal aspects of this that we can look at. So I know many Trinidadians saying, well, listen, we lost it. It's outside there. The world gone with it. They have technology at their disposal, but we have an innate quality and innate strength. One of resilience and resistance as well, that really had promoted this man and brought it to where it is today. If the pioneers who started it were weak, it never would have been an instrument. And just showing just a testimony to that and a product of that in many ways.
So for those who just joining us, we have online with us former mayor of San Fernando, and we're just having a discussion with him about his son, who created a Guinness Book of World Records for the longest individual to play a pan, and not just a pan, a chrome tenor pan as well. And we just kind of talking to him and things. So Mr. Regello, what after these things just happen, what people just say. So what's next? What's next? I know you didn't go into your son's brain and figure out what next. But what do you think is next for your son?
Well, I mean, if I could talk from now until tonight about Joshua, growing up in our home as a child and what he's able to accomplish, his decision to put academia aside to follow his passion was something that we had to think long, his mother and I had to think long and hard about, and understood that this is his calling, this is what he was chosen to do, and we are beginning to see the results of it. I know what is important to him is the what the instrument could accomplish and what you can do with it. I mean, we have the run-of-mill events and things that we do from time to time, and we know that somebody needs to think out of the box, somebody needs to raise the bar to get another level, and he's choosing to do that. He's away from the normal things that we do, and sometimes I disagree with him because I am a steel band leader, and just so he's a steel pan entertainer and performer. You know, so those are things that we understand and have mutual respect where it's concerned. And I think he did a tremendous job for the instrument and for the country, but with what he's doing. And we need more like him. I hope he can motivate some others as well. Let us see the capability of the instrument. I think that is critical at this point. Where can it go? What can we else you can do with it? As opposed to when it's the online, we know the panorama and the pan shows and the pan competition, those are special things. Joshua held about 2 or 3 concerts in the school for the Panman concert in Naprima Bowl and sold out. You know, and that's something that is not really, it's somewhat rare because Stephen has to be able to stand on its own and 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 be respected and be accommodated for and be supported. And he's been able to do that. He's been doing that for a while now. So we could just wish him God's blessing and continue to support him as he move forward.
So, Tommy?
Well, I'm encouraged and I am very proud of what your son has done, Mr. Mayor, and what you are doing, because it all started with you. You've done a splendiferous job at Skiffle Bunch, as a matter of fact. And I want to congratulate you on that, because this is as much your glory as it is his, because it's like the chicken and the egg.
His mother and I sat down this morning around 1 and had a long conversation about all of this. You know, I remember when she said to me, "You're going to be a father again," and he's the last of my children. Yeah. And none of them at that point were in pan. My eldest daughter is an attorney, my son is a teacher, and they chose a different profession. And I said, we'll name him Joshua. And I thought about the connection between Moses and Joshua, and there's some kind of continuation. But that was just me thinking at the time when he came. And yes, he was small or out of like, and always he was what you would call miserable behind pan, but not with the kind of dedication that we see now. And then somewhere he went to Naparima High School, and somewhere at age 14, we saw before that, sorry, at age probably 9, no, let me see, about 7 or 8, because he started throwing the skiffle when he was about 8 years old. So somewhere between there, he started seeing an interest and determination. And it continued right through high school. He was doing exams. Now we were concerned about how we will treat with his exams, and he was successful. Even when he was doing the primary school, Skipper was going on tour on a project in Washington, and for him to attend to go on that tour, he had to do his test before the other students in his class. So the school, it was Brand Memorial Presbyterian School. The teacher, the principal said, the only way you can go, you have to do his test in advance. So they prepared his test in advance, he would do his test and was able to leave. So that kind of determination, that kind of sacrifice being made when you're underage step is probably the ideal preparation for where he is now. So, he at no time did he, there are people who went, members who went to our band and SCA comes up and keep and those and the teacher, parents will say, well, my son is doing exams, he cannot leave the band for a while. Joshua went through the entire process. He did his SCA, he did his common entrance, I should call it common entrance. He did his escape, did his what I call E-levels, entered university, did all those things without skipping practice or missing a competition.
Even
kind of dedication and ability to manage his mental.
Has he been able to inspire the youngsters in his environs?
Yes, he has been going to schools and he's a motivational speaker. He's education long before this phenomenal thing yesterday. He has been going back to his alma mater, Naparima College, and speaking to students about opportunities and benefits and why he chose this field. And it can be, you can make it work, and he's been doing that. And we're primary school. He's part of the ministry has a program for youth development. He's part of that. He supports Minister Costa Cummings. He worked with him. And he do a lot of things like that.
Mr. Mayor, when do you think Joshua prominence took off in Trinidad and Tobago? because we have different steel band players. We have Earl Brooks. We have the gentleman from All Stars who does play the tenor pan. I forget his name.
Yeah,
too.
you have Dean Gulston.
Dean Gulston. Right.
Yeah, you have a lot of people outside there.
Right. We have a lot. Where exactly, in your estimation, did your son? Where is upward ceiling then took off? When do you think?
There, I mean, there's Joshua alone cannot raise the bar. They all have a role to play. He has tremendous respect for both Johan and Dale, and they have performed together. Joshua maybe as he's a bit younger, we have appeal for, and besides being younger, he's also, I mean, I'm a 6-footer, and I have 2 other sons, and they're both 6-footers. You don't know where Joshua got that height from because he's small. So he looks much younger and he has that kind of appeal. So I think collectively, they all have a role to play, and his appeal will work for him. There's another thing that Joshua is seen in the public as neither fish nor fowl. He's somewhat, and we have to come to terms and understand that Australia is a very diverse country, and how people are going to be attracted to you based on your ethnicity and things like that. So I am mixed. Joshua's mother is mixed. Joshua is mixed, and he will have an appeal that maybe others may or may not have. But we have to work together to bring this country together, bring it the way it should be. And he is in a position where he can do that, especially with younger people. So Dana and both Chuck will have their appeal because of their age. I remember Johan Chuckery interviewing Joshua in a radio program, and Joshua was about 10. And Johan was in his 20s at the time. And they're now contemporaries. They're now or not at the same level, but they perform together. So Joshua have an appeal for the 14-year and the 16-year who want to be like Joshua and things like that. So I think that it can work, and I see it as positive. I can really see positivity in all that we're saying here this morning.
So, Mr. Mayor, how do you rank you becoming the mayor of San Fernando and your son accomplishing a Guinness World Record? I had to put you on the spot.
Well, I have been in politics. Just grew up in a political family. And I've been a member of parliament. And I've been at almost every level of politics in this country. And he grew up in that environment, in that background. So he's not affected by that. No. And what I do now, I step back. You'll never see me at the forefront. This interview I'm doing is a rare thing. I don't really do these things. And I don't want to come across as somebody promoting my son. I am promoting Pan.
No, we call you. No, Mr. Mayor, we call you, We call you and you gracefully pick up the phone and give us your number for you to call you back. So there's not about you, There's about us. There's us here. Don't feel it is on you. This is on us.
No, I mean, we speak in a very cogent way and the potential of this happened up yesterday, and the tremendous impact it could have. So we're covering a wide area of things. So I'm just saying, as a I'm a politician. I believe in the philosophy of the People's National Movement, and I continue to support that. But that doesn't influence my cultural thinking and my responsibility as a cultural person. The culture of my life, and my son is independent. He's balanced in what he does. He's not a politician. I am. But at the end of the day, he does what he has to do, and I think that he has influence across the board. And I'd say he also has appeal because of all the things that I discussed previously. That has given him a greater sense of appeal. The people who will sideline me because I'm paying them and that sort of thing. But he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that barrier. He don't deal with those issues. Nor does he have to deal with it.
But Mr. Mayor, did he? Wait, Tommy.
Mr. Mayor, I hear you when it comes to the PNM and your support and your achievements thus far. But as it is today, how do you feel about the PNM and its record over the last?
So you're going to a different discussion now.
Yeah.
I was called to
Tommy.
I was called to discuss Pat.
Yeah. You know what, Tommy? Yeah, Tommy. I want to let me don't go there now.
Yeah. Well, this is Mr. Mayor who went there with the PNM, and I thought.
All right. No, Mr. Mayor, you mentioned the PNM. That's why Tommy went there, I guess.
No. I mean, everybody knows that I am a supporter and a practitioner and an activist of the United Nations. I don't hide to say that, you know what I mean? But I'm saying that because of my situation, my son doesn't have that handicap. That's what I'm saying. Because in that context, I raised it.
But Tommy was just asking if you are happy with the performance of the PNM over the last 10 years.
If I'm what?
Happy with the performance of the party support over the last 10 years.
I will say, and this is as far as much as I will say, that I am pleased with what they have had to deal with and what we able to accomplish in the past 10 years. The past 10 years, we had to deal with so many issues that that could have affected the service of our government, what is supposed to provide. We had to deal with COVID, which made a serious dent on the economy. But this is a serious topic that can keep us into a different conversation. So I like us to stick to
and
this call.
And Mayor, we don't have no problem with that. We respect that. We respect because we respect that you picked up the phone and you allow us to give the audience an inside kind of look about this major accomplishment that your son
right. We look at a young man who started playing fancy. He was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Right? He's now in his 20s. He has made a lot of sacrifices for this. He's given up he was in law school. He walked away from law school to do this. It's a big disappointment to some people. His mother and I supported him because we felt that was his passion. And we now recognize that it's his calling. I mean, it's a difficult event to better schools in Trinidad and Tobago. He did extremely well with his education. And got to university with a career that satisfied most parents. He made the decision to do what he's doing, and we supported him. And today he's over there promoting Trinidad and Tobago in probably the best way ever.
And make sure he has a good manager.
And the lesson there for parents is that let your child support your child or your children with their passion.
And Mr. Mayor,
all the can be doctors and lawyers.
Make sure he has a good manager because when they say Joshua Regello, it will be the Guinness Book of World Record holder.
Yeah.
And that is significant in the world.
Joshua's sister is a very high profile attorney in this country. Very well qualified, and so he will be very well taken care of. His father has experience in PAN. His mother is an administrator and a business person, so he is well protected. I will take care of.
Good.
It's not about, and I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's not about dollars and cents. And somebody was asking this morning, says whatever he should get a house and this and that. We are not of that. Our family not of that at all.
Yeah,
sending a government for anything. That's not our style. We are very humble people. We don't just didn't grow up in a life of opulence, and know it's something that he's attracted to.
Mr. Mayor, as us living here in the diaspora, we were so on Trinbagonians to our heart. We were so proud to see something like this happen, in Trinidad and Tobago. And for Trinidad and Tobago.
One of the defining moments for me that actually brought tears to my eyes was when the anthem was played.
Okay.
I think that was the defining moment for me and a lot of people as well.
Yeah, I mean,
you end with your national anthem, but this is what it's about Trinidad and Tobago. I thought to me that was the most important aspect of it.
Yeah, and you know what also, Mr. Mayor, is that this thing kind of put some good positivity out into the air about Trinidad and Tobago. You see?
Well, I will go further and say it highlights the capability and the possibility of the instrument. That a lot of people take for granted what it can do for us.
Yeah, and for us, man, we were just proud of your son, that he accomplished something as significant as this. And we were just here, the program just started, and we started to talk about him, and we called him. Then we said, let's call the mayor. Let's go, because Mr. Mayor, some people didn't know Joshua Regello was your son, or is your son? Is your son? It's your son.
But if you're connecting dots, which band Joshua came from?
Yeah.
If you come from Skiffle, is that going to be a connection there? And I'll go further to say there's only one Regello in Trinidad, you know. But I mean, and what is good about it? It's good about it is that he don't go outside there and say, "I am doing Regello, son." You'll never do that. You never capitalize on that. And even yesterday, all the euphoria and excitement yesterday, I stayed in the background. At no time you would see me outside there, standing next to him, or trying to take some line, taking the limelight away. I was on the side, and those people who work with him, but part of the team, those who were on stage with him right through, his mother was looking after his meals and his health and that sort of thing. We do what we have to do, At least Joshua has a brother who plays part, but you don't see him, right? So his brother plays skipper, and he's a good part, very good part player, but you don't even not see him, you not see me. We don't do that. There are people who use, the children's success, to highlight the issue. We're not like that. We did wish them well. We wanted to be successful. My dream for my children is always that the first and foremost must be good citizens. They must take pride in what they do and be respected. And they must respect the authority. And that's first place. But after that, it's not the most important thing. And being a good citizen is what I have instilled in them and get them to inculcate from a very early age.
Well, Mr. Mayor.
Just why I know will stay humble. He stay on the ground. He got up this morning. He went to church. He came back. He did what he had to do. He was communion, and went to sleep. And that's how they were brought up.
Well,
always put for God first.
Well, Mr. Mayor, we want to thank you so much, man, for giving us a little insight.
It was welcome to the Still Member Sunday lunch, but is that right? It would be well nice talking to you all and leave politics out the culture.
All right, Mr. Mayor.
You have to remember that too, Mr. Mayor, because you went there first. But we thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Yeah, man. And we just get a message here from Miss Georgia, boy. Let's go see Miss Georgia. And Miss Georgia. And she says, Marcus Lewis, also known as Mr. Fantastic of Tobago, tried a 24-hour segment, but was unsuccessful. He was the first to attempt it. So somebody attempted it previously, Tommy.
Yep.
And they were unsuccessful. That's a good look there, Miss Georgia. Thank you very much. And Tommy, you see what we buy? You see what is it by? We have people listening. And but let me go to this one. The Belmont midfielder who just sit on the bench, yeah? It's like them fellas and them do like nothing good.
Let me take this call.
You ever call it?
You're live on WZYE. Good afternoon.
That's what you do, Uncle Tommy.
Same to you,
and your partner next to you. Uncle Tommy, I'm in war mode right now, so I'm acknowledging too much your partner.
Oh.
I call him a partner, Uncle Tommy. Uncle Tommy, that I love you so much, I tell you. And another saying that. I like the question you asked the mayor. And you had him skipping around Bali's house about 3 times. And your co-host trying to defend it. But Uncle Tommy, you stood your ground. He went there first to try to make the PNM look like the best thing happened. And I like how you asked the question. But Uncle Tommy, we also had some records breaking again in Trinidad other than the panel. Yeah. Gunmen feel comfortable to park up in front of a police station for hours to get at somebody. So Guinness book needs to come again and look at that record also. Because Uncle told me why I said when I said I really want to go back what I said the last time I was itching for Sunday to come. Because I stand up by my statement. Because Uncle told me, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you hear Mr. Gary Abu come out this morning and talk about that shooting in front of the Sunshine police station? Correct me if I'm wrong, Because I tell you, what I said the last time, and I will stick to it. We have so many issues in Trinidad and Tobago. Uncle Tommy, I just came off the phone with a friend of mine who lives in John. She told me she couldn't sleep last night because the amount of shootings after that shooting. So Uncle Toby, you telling me, right? Okay, the police got caught off guard with that shooting outside the station, right? You telling me the area wasn't locked down after that?
Sad.
And nobody had nothing to say about that?
Very
No, Uncle
sad.
Toby, tell me if I'm not making sense, you know.
No, you were on point. You know exactly what you're talking about.
So that's what the point I was so upset after I used to follow Gary Aboud religiously. But I think that statement he made, and he knows it now because he's trying to backpedal now. So when I call and I said what I say, and the marathon man, when I attack me and I'm 100% wrong, Uncle Tommy, I was not saying that night that you never said that, you know. What I was bringing forward to the table is, why is Gary Aboud attacking the UNC for Philip Alexander? That's all I was saying, Uncle Tommy. And then the director called to cheer him on and tell him about the program is about Christmas greetings. Uncle Tommy, Trinidad is in a state, and Philip Alexander and UNT have nothing to do with it. Because Uncle Tommy, my friend is scared right now. I can send any messages. She's living John. She said the amount of shootings after that, shooting by the police station in Uncle Tommy. Uncle Tommy may park up in front of the station. Uncle Tommy, a normal citizen go and park up there. He might get run from there, you know.
Very interesting.
I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, you know.
Yes.
And these men get away. Uncle Tommy, that stupid is to talk about being locked up. The men never get locked up, you know. The men get away, you know.
Who are they working with? Who are they working with?
Huh?
Who are they working with?
That is the $1 million question. But Uncle Tommy, if you realize, well, I don't know if you realize, the meat, guys hardly touching on it. The media is hardly. Uncle Tommy, you telling me a shooting like that happened? Okay, we get away. And Trinidad and Tobago is not locked down because Uncle Tommy, I can guarantee 100,000%. They have an idea where that came from. But the country is not under lockdown. Shootings all night last night. For Gary Aboud and your partner want to blame Philip or talk. Philip? No, Uncle Tommy, I ain't taking that. Enjoy it, Uncle Tommy. I'll come back. I don't know going to attack me now, eh? But I'll my back broad. And I'm fighting for my country. I'll come back in after.
I hear you, MD.
Good afternoon to you, Wall Street. Good afternoon to you, Uncle Tony.
Good afternoon, Kunji.
You give it up at all. He's a fighter.
No audio, Anselm. No audio. Anselm, you got no audio.
At all. I just saying we papa. But let me say, Mr. Regello, I don't know why I was classifying him as Mr. Mia, because he was a past Mia.
Yeah, but we here in the United States, that's what we do. Once you were mayor, we call you Mr. Mayor. Once you were president, we call you Mr. President.
In Trinidad and Tobago, the land of milk and honey, calypso, steel band, chutney, and limbo.
Yeah, but we broadcasting from the U.S.
Land of chaos, confusion, and calamity. And and this 2025 coming here, we're telling people the facts. He's not a mayor.
He's a past mayor. Country, he's a past mayor, so I mean.
Well, yeah, well, we had to say past, but remember when we say Mr. Mayor, the 7-year-old child that listening will believe he's a mayor. And the 10-year-old child that don't know he was an ex-mayor will believe that he's a mayor. The young steel pan who not in politics will say, hey, what call these guys a mayor? I don't know that. So we are just saying that. I'm fighting you, but I'm just saying he's not a mayor. I think Mr. Regello, he did a wonderful job in bringing up his boy the way a parent supposed to bring up a boy, because he's a very disciplined, transparent, and talented, educated young guy. But Wall Street and listeners throughout the world, it's nice for parents to speak about the children, especially when they're successful and they do good. That is very, very nice. But when you are a public servant, it hurts sometimes to show that 100% support to yours because once upon a time you had that responsibility to make sure families, communities speak about their children's success like that. And whereas many of them and he tried to get away from the politics. And I could clearly see why it hurts. It hurt a lot more. That is why I will say this 2025 coming over here, they and their family success, it really distance away from my going forward in life. Because all right, in the pan arena, and what can they show that we have country they go have successful? They are public servants who keep a blind eye for that same son talent for years, for years. Let's say today, tomorrow, the world body of Guinness World Record get to understand, hey, this young boy play pan for 30 hours. Let's head to Trinidad and Tobago. Let's see the success of this guy. Let's go around the pan facilities in this country. Where would them take them? Where would the pan people in Trinidad take the world body? Which what you will take them in Trinidad Wall Street, and show them, look, we pan place in Trinidad over here, and say, well, all right, the Guinness World Record of pan want to keep a big pan place in Trinidad. Which part they will carry them?
Desperados Pan Center.
Pan Center, they don't have no land, they don't have no business, they don't have nothing. All they have is a ex-public servant son play pan for 30 hours, which is good. And I think they should classify that as a Trinidadian play pan for 30 hours straight because the Guinness World of Record body was not in Trinidad over here. They did not identify that. So why we bringing in Guinness World of Record and that? What we doing that for? The World of Record body was not identified. They wasn't seeing what they're going to take that information to that body now.
Now, but
Before we
Kunji,
bring
but
in
Kunji,
me, I don't know about them.
but Kunji, I would think,
Yeah.
I would think, if you're going for Guinness Book of World Records, you have had all the qualifications and the things you can do. For example, he could have only take 5 minutes rest. And I would think that there is someone, whether they was monitoring it virtually from the Guinness Book of World Records, monitoring it to make sure that it reads all the policies, the rules and regulations.
Was there somebody doing that? Was there somebody doing that?
No, I will want to think. I don't know, but I'll call and find out. I'll call somebody and find out on air.
There was someone from the.
I'm telling you that didn't happen because I listened to the news, and I will be glad to know that they take the information to the organization and rectify it and let the boy be successful.
I'll call somebody. I'll call
we
somebody
feed into
on
the
air.
general public.
I'll call somebody on here to find out.
He was monitored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that the responsibility his father had as a public servant, the same way how they speak on success of their family members, there are communities right now, children that play in pan and can't even buy a pan. Can't even buy a pan because a pan in Trinidad and Tobago is over $15,000-$20,000. They sit down over there as big pan men and them. And then even speaking to the government, they say, well, no, that can't be so. We supposed to have a big building. We supposed to have a big museum up pan. Because we have thousands of cars parking and the world coming and listening to our steel pan. If we could invite the whole of European, every country that have a pan organization into Trinidad over here, we would have put them in Port of Spain, we only give them over there.
Yeah.
And that is the success. So why just speak about the family member success? The opportunity you had was to make the country successful. You keep a blind eye towards that. Wall Street, time to break.
Yeah, man. Bless. Thank you. Tommy, I ain't know now, boy. I think drinking smoothie this morning, you know. No, I'm serious. I ain't feeling drinking smoothie this morning. I feel he make this smoothie and he forget he went outside to do something and he forget to drink it. Kunji, go and drink this smoothie, please, and call back. He had to drink his smoothie. You know who that like, Tommy? That like the Belmont midfielder who just sit on the bench.
Oh.
Yeah, like, anyway, folks, let's go for the break. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington. Yeah. KFC, we had to go for the break. You had to call back. We had to go for the break. You had to call back. Call back. We're going for the break. Yeah. Yeah, folks, we'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington News. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, folks, Shelly Live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Or you could do like Mova Defender and call 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509.
Thank you. KFC, welcome. KFC inside.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy, man.
How you going, man?
How you doing, bro?
And let's give him thanks for life, man. You know, this is the last Sunday of the year, man.
Correct is right.
And you let the ball out again. You had to change that slang for New Year, you know, Mr. Washington. Where's come on it?
How to change it?
Bun. But Mr. Washington, I stayed away from that Guinness Book a record with Son. And legend. They saying he break or he create or what?
Why?
Why? But Mr. Washington.
Why you staying away from it?
Why? But that's not foul play. That look political because just so.
Nah, that ain't political, good. Man. Nah, that ain't political. Nah, that ain't political. That ain't political. If you know Joshua Regello from before and things that he was doing in the past, you would know that that is the kind of thing he was playing with his music and thing. I only started really got to get to him maybe about 5, 6, 7 years ago, Tommy. I knew more about Dale Goldston.
He was in the former mayor for the PNM for San Fernando?
No. That is his son. His son is Joshua Regello. Junior Regello.
Oh, the man was talking to, he was the mayor?
Right, that was the mayor.
All right.
Yeah. So it's enough. If Junior had done it, Junior is the dad, then we could have said, as a PNM something. But he's the son.
Mr. Washington, I know praise, no praise, right? I want to tell them thanks for the cause for playing your community and doing sorts of things for your community and for your community. We just keep up the good work. I see Kramer said doing something and he became yesterday cater for 2,000 children.
Oh, I'm glad for him.
So that is a blessing. After 9 years, re-election next year, so everything's coming out.
Yeah.
But Mr. Washington, from after this Sunday, the political war starts, right?
Yeah, it's that. Full force.
So we just keep it up and thanking God for life. So let us see 2025 and the political war start. Washington, right by the police station, a man get shot,
In front of Besson Street police station, boy.
In front of Besson Street.
There are no cameras in front there?
You see them police and them? Them allegedly, them are causing a sort of crime in this country too, Mr. Washington. Too much rogue police in the police service there, boy. Them just trying to start up a war in the city there.
Yeah, man.
Wall Street, I stay away from that. You see that I read Bacchanal and that has become the place get back more bloody there. So I had to break for 2025. Because everybody come for the first goal, you know. I look to listening coming in banging after.
All right,
Love.
man. Yeah, bless.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Let me call this person. I'm calling Kenny Phillips. Hello, Kenny Phillips.
Yeah.
This is
I'm on the air. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, hello.
No,
I'll call you back when I finish.
All right. Okay, cool.
I'm finishing at 2. Well, it's 5 minutes past 2. I'm finishing now.
All right. Okay, call me back. Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay.
Bye-bye. Yeah. So, folks, that is Kenny Phillips. We're calling him just to confirm to me that
KP.
Yeah, that to confirm that there was monitors there. As a matter of fact, let me call back Junior Regello and ask him. Right?
No, don't call Junior.
Okay. All right, cool.
Let it be objective.
Huh?
Let the opinion be an objective one. He's too subjective.
So speak to Kenny instead.
Yes.
All right, cool. Thanks for that. Thank you very much. Thanks for that. But folks, so Tommy, let me finish in the chat, and then we're gonna go to Tommy ever saying that the don't pelt school children don't pelt stones as mango tree that not at mango tree that not bearing fruit.
That's correct.
Okay, and so the PNM people now, led by the pastor with the internet search engine, pelting stone. But Tommy, if you're in the guile, Tommy, you have to be able to take boy, right?
Correct.
You can't go into the guile and can't be able to take boy. And yours truly, from Chumaka Clavantil, to take boy. You can't.
I hear you.
Yeah, you wanna be part of the guile and you afraid to take boy. So I will play that for you all. Right? Then we have an editorial about the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security getting gold, silver, and bronze, Tommy.
Yep.
In the World Olympics in Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
They get gold, silver, and bronze. Never in the history of Trinidad and Tobago did this happen. Never.
You saw the PM's statement yesterday.
But I do an editorial on that, Tommy. I also do an editorial. When I see that, I say, but he not living in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. He had to be living somewhere in Siberia to put out that piece. Eh? Nah, Tommy. Something wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
He's delusional.
Time for him to go.
He's delusional.
And let me say this, I read Buddy whispering my right ear because the left ear is for the PNM people like Patty and the Belmont midfielder who just sit on the bench and PNM Fox and them. The left ear is for them to put the left red ear plugs in it. The red ear plugs in the left ear. So I read Buddy whispering my right ear that, look now, boy, Prime Minister Rowley going back up, you know, Tommy. You know that? He going back to be an MP, Tommy. They whisper that to me, you know. They whisper to say, Wall Street, come close. Let me whisper it to you. I say, whoa. They say, boy, the man going back up, boy. Because if he go back up to be an MP and the PNM win, he out, you know. Because when they go to Parliament and he had to get the majority, they don't want no part of him, you know. So you always see, you always prove me right again. I tired people prove me right, you know, Tommy. Seriously, I tired. They never call him so saying I tired. All right. So
I bring my bag, my laptop bag. Hello.
So Kenny, before you say anything, you are live on WZYE 95.9 FM in New York and New
Oh,
Jersey.
before I cuss. All right.
Yeah, before your cuss and get your license trouble. Right, with Uncle Tommy and Professor Worship. Kenny.
Good afternoon, Kenny.
Hi.
Kenny, we have a big question because
Big question.
yeah, one of our callers called in and says he was not sure if someone from the world record, the Guinness Book of World Records, was there or was somehow monitoring what Joshua did. Can you give us a little update on that?
Yeah, did you see police and fire officers and thing in sitting at the side?
No. They're talking about the Guinness Book of World Records having someone monitor it.
I heard that.
Okay.
You listen to me?
Yeah.
Did you not see police and fire officers sitting at the side?
Yes.
Right. They were representing the Guinness World Record people because they had people to certify. They didn't come down, but they sent forms that we have to account to them on.
Mm-hmm.
So every 4 hours, the shift changed it was police, fire, referees association, Ministry of Culture people were on shift to sign off every 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was the Guinness World Record people. Wait now, where's?
Oh, okay.
You with me?
Yeah. Full 100. Full 100.
Appreciate it.
So Kenny,
right.
Kenny, before you go, from your perspective, man, knowing that everything was streamed on WAC, give us a little feedback from your perspective, man. How this thing, this innovative, significant, splendiferous thing that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. Give us your feedback from being like right there and being part of this whole thing.
Well, my perspective is I was as I was saying on the air a while ago, I was very emotional about the whole thing, right? Because Joshua almost lives in our house. He and my son is his best friends. So he came to me he was supposed to do this since World Steel Pan Day, right? But it was too close. The time was too close. It couldn't be done. And then he said, let him get the documents from Guinness World Records people and get to go ahead and and he came back to me a few weeks ago and said we do it 27, 28, 29, that kind of thing. Plan it, advertise it. He advertised on his platform, which is huge. His TikTok is 140,000 followers. I have a little measly 29,000 subscribers, and I have a few on Facebook, and so that we did that. That was him and me. That was it. There were no ads on any other media house, anything. And the response that we got, now we knew it was going to be big, but we didn't know it was going to be that big. We had to stop people from coming in because the fire services were threatening to shut us down, and that would have been a shame. So we had to quickly run and get a screen and put it down in front on the street and my car park on the street, and people gathered there, and there was a crowd there. There was a crowd inside here. The air condition break down. It was just too much people. It was, if one word I could describe, it was amazing. It was emotional. It was just awesome to see Trinidadians supporting Trinidadian, Trinbagonians supporting. A lady pulled up to me outside and she said, "Where Wack is? I come from Sandy Grande. I don't know where." It's a crowd you see in front of the place. So you understand the vibe. People drive down from Sandy Grande. People came from all over. It was amazing. And that is my best description I can give you right now.
Yeah, man. And Kenny, we appreciate you continuing to push the culture, man.
No, thank you so much.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you continuing to push the culture, because
Kenny, you're doing a yeoman's job, and keep it up. Just keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, with us out there in the diaspora, without what you have been doing, many of us wouldn't have another place to go to get a lot of things happening in Trinidad and Tobago with respect to the culture. So we appreciate that.
Man. I will organize you, man.
Yeah.
All right, because we're going into new season here now, and I've been contacted by NCC. They want to do more.
Yeah.
Because there are some events that we have inside the carnival that nobody sees, like stick fighting and candomblé and traditional mass. Nobody sees these things that are happening all the time, and it's great for our culture. And so I feel we have to find a way to get it out.
Yeah, man. I go contact you, man, because we go use our platform too as well.
My number.
Yeah, man. All right. Thanks a lot.
No problem, man. Cool.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah. So, folks, that's what we just do here. Tommy, we says we originate, we don't imitate. You understand? When you have people like the PNM midfielder, is the PNM midfielder or the Belmont midfielder? Which one?
I think it's Belmont.
Oh, it's Belmont. The Belmont midfielder. I thought it was the PNM midfielder. Who just sit on the bench, talking all kind of stuff, right? But we originate, we don't imitate. All right, COP. You see? COP.
Wall Street and Uncle Tony, good afternoon again.
You see, TOP?
And with that evidence, all I could say is that I have to give the youth man 100% support. 100% support I have to give the youth man. But it's because of my questions. Those responses come out.
No, we appreciate that, COP. COP, stop. COP. If it's one thing you know with we appreciate them kind of questions is excellent questions. You know why? You get answers. We have to go and get answers. Yeah. You understand? So if you don't ask the question, you ain't gonna get no answer.
And that encourage talk. But I must give the youth man 100% support. And this president, upon they go to especially going the distance to meet that to meet that Guinness World of Record body, to get them forms and them to come down over here. We never had any president upon they go do those type of work.
Wait, COP, wait, COP, wait a minute. Wait. Where you going? You giving Beverly Ramsey more credit for that? You can't be serious. You not serious.
You don't understand.
Speak over here. And even though I sure it wasn't she that applied for those forms and them, it might become from the organization. But they hear about this man speaking.
No, COP, you didn't hear the man say.
You hear Kenny? You didn't listen to Kenny?
COP, you didn't hear Kenny?
Yes.
We called Kenny Phillips, Isn't Kenny Phillips' place it was,
Yes. And the man, Kenny Phillips, children and Mr. Regello grew up together, always in the house. Success come from those things,
You hear he called Beverly Ramsey more name?
She had nothing to do with it.
No. She shouldn't even be. Something he said over there, and I feel something shook me when he said it. He said, why is the guy was speaking? The fire service was threatening them to shut them down, and people was coming from all over. Now, those people them that coming from all over, was they breaking the laws that the fire service wanted to shut them down, and they allow the law to be broken? Or why they didn't have a proper place with something like this going on? Which
they did not anticipate that type of support.
The fire service would not have been threatening them. If we had that facilities in this country, after 100 and something years upon in this country, if we had them facilities, everyone would not have that problem.
COP.
Regello, the past mayor, them keep a blind eye towards proper facilities.
Kunji, you weren't listening.
Yes, Uncle Tony.
You didn't listen. Let me just reiterate what Mr. Kenny Phillips said. He said it was planned, thinking it was going to be a small scale event, and it turned out getting the support that they never anticipated. And that's why they ran into troubles with people.
they break the law. Uncle Tony, what I speak, I understand what he's saying, but what I speaking about, the success of PAN, why they didn't have a proper place where they could have had thousands of people gathering over there, because you see people coming from all over. You know why it didn't have enough place for people? Because for years, PAN Trinbago and the authorities keep a blind eye, and today they don't have proper place to have proper competitions, even like this. That's
PAN
what I
Trinbago had nothing to do with it. PAN Trinbago had nothing to do with it. The young
you want to carry it, I carry it in the direction that I want to carry it. 2025, that coming over here, look for proper facilities, turn down that place in Port of Spain, and look for good venues where thousands of people could fit, which for the world could fit in PAN and Trinidad and Tobago. Uncle Tony, that's why I'm speaking about.
All right. Okay. I get you.
Be a little small thing. They don't classify PAN as to be a big thing. It's not supposed to be a small thing, it'll be a big thing with thousands of people. But reality set in and show them that, hey, we need proper facilities. Because look at how much people come over here. Fire people wanted to shut me down. But with the young Regello, take 10 out of 10, brother. As a young person, I am very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Caller, welcome. Caller.
Hi. Good after lunch.
A man living in Trinidad, he's saying hi.
Panel inside.
What going on?
Panel outside.
What going on?
A little of everything. A little of everything.
Man in Trinidad, he's saying hi, you know, Tommy, way.
Yeah, Tommy.
Yes.
Right, the opposite of left. Mr. Regello is the one who started the political side of the thing. Yeah, so you're right on that. All right, and sometimes when it's in them, it had to not deal with it. You know, it's part of the DNA.
Yeah. But don't start a fire that you can't put out.
I agree with you. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the bloody kitchen. I have no problem with that. My points today will have to do with, well, I like to say it, not because it sounds good, but because it is the truth. I will not lie. I will not seek to throw mud on anybody. I will promote what is positive. The hearers and the listeners, they will decide what they will do with it. All right? I am extremely disappointed where we are at as a nation, because there are things that are happening that if others would have played the part that they could, it would have been different. It would have been different, whatever it is. All right? Now, the murders that we are having, obviously, nobody in the right mind, I can't just say nobody and leave it so. Nobody in the right mind could tell you that they have any comfort with that. But I am totally conscious of the fact that not all of them is innocent bystanders. Not all of them is collateral damage. Right? Not all of them. I don't need to go into no details.
Caller, can I ask you a question? Caller, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Caller,
Sure.
you stated that you are extremely disappointed.
I'm not getting you clear.
You stated that you are extremely disappointed. If an election was to call tomorrow, will you still vote for the PNM, which you are extremely disappointed?
As it stands here now, I answered that question before, and the answer remains the same. Yes.
Okay. So you extremely disappointed, but you voting for a party in which you are extremely disappointed for.
On the murders, yes. Please keep in context.
Tommy, you hear that? Tommy, wait, what caller? You'll get your time. Tommy, did you hear what the man? I want you to hear, Tommy. So the words you can't say,
I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
Oh, you're
Let
all ears. All right, caller, go ahead. Caller, go ahead. Go ahead, caller.
Right, yeah. So I am extremely disappointed. That is the numbers. Mind you, this ain't nothing new for me, and I know it's not me alone. The numbers that we had between 10 and 15, I was disappointed too, because for me, every murder represents people who are alive. So it's somebody brother, somebody sister, mother, father, son, daughter, whatever.
Caller, can I ask you your next question? Caller, would you take the numbers of murders in Trinidad between 2011 and 2015, or the numbers under this current government over the last 10 years?
If I would do what?
If you will take the numbers of murders in Trinidad between 2011 and 2015, or you will take the murders under this government for the last 10 years.
You know, if you did hold on and let me finish, you would not have asked that question. If you drink your tea too hot, you go burn your mouth. I was coming to that. If 10 persons get murdered, that is too much, because these 10 persons represent, I don't care how bad they were or how good they were, or if it was collateral damage or if they were drug dealers. Still, it is a murder, and they are leaving somebody behind who will be disappointed that uncle so-and-so or my brother so-and-so or sister so-and-so gone. So I am not dealing with the numbers thing. And I think a lot of people getting to realize that. I'm not dealing with the numbers. So don't tell me about, well, in 10 to 15, we only had 20 murders.
So you're not going to answer the question.
I will ever get to finish.
No, you're going to finish. You're going to get to finish, caller. So you're not answering the question.
But I thought I answered the question.
Oh, let me ask you the question again, caller. Caller.
Yeah, put in different words now.
So no. Caller, let me put it in different ways. Caller, in 2011, there was 354 murders. In 2012,
I 354 too much. Go ahead.
In 2012, there was 383 murders. In 2013, there was 408 murders. In 2014, there was 403 murders. In 2015, it was 410. Right?
Yeah.
In 2016, it was 465 murders. In 2017, it was 494 murders. These numbers are higher than those between so far. In 2018, it was 516. In 2019, it was 538. In 2020, there was 396. In 2021, there was 448. In 2022, there was 605. In 2022, there was 575. And in 2024, it's 630 or higher and counting. Which era would you take, caller? 2011 to 2015 or 2016 to 2023?
Which era I would take?
Yes, caller.
None, because all of them was dealing with hundreds. None. But what I want you and the 6.5 others to do is to try and see if you could do any statistical research as to each murder. If it was a man going and thief a man foul and the man hit him a big stone and he dropped and he died. Or if it was somebody who discovered that is John Paul what take his drugs, or if it's somebody who stole somebody's car and refused to give him back, although he know that the man knows this is his car and I stole it. Or there are people who feel they're so smart, they take people money, promise them car, promise them whatever, and then deliver at all. And I could tell you about that because right now it haven't owing me money, nice piece of money. And it's only because of the God in me that I didn't do what come to mind. I said, no, I can't do that because God will not be pleased. And that man want to run me around like a merry-go-round, right? Because he believe, because I'm a churchman and so on, I wouldn't do anything. And he correct on that. He's correct on that. You understand? But our next man will not treat it so. will not treat it so, because you can't be owing somebody all that money and only have them run and call, check me next week, check me next week, and now you can't be doing that. You understand? But thank God, God gave me more than that already, so I could afford to don't make that a topic. And let me close off with this. Year 2025 coming, election and wherever. Basically, what I heard there after that fire up in that place there, I said, what is different with these 6.5 who voiced that than the bandit boy with the gun, who not only take the money, but then turn around and shoot the man, shoot the woman, or anything like that. Eh? They're saying that, look, listen, as if more people should experience that fire because they belong to this party or because they belong to that party. Well, I know the book they're reading. The book that I reading, here where it's saying Job, chapter 31, verse 29. Boy, I will never rejoice at the calamity of my enemies. They are my enemies, but I will never rejoice when they meet disaster, when they meet hard times. Also, the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 20. I know if I'm checking, so I'll give you the numbers. Verse 20, talk about if your enemy hungry, feed him or her. If they're thirsty, give them drink. Don't leave them to die. Don't leave them to suffer. See what you could do to help them. As a matter of fact, by you doing that, you could be heaping like coals of fire on the head to help them to change. I leave in room for others to call. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. For me, we had to make a special tutu for that fella, A special tutu. You understand? We had to make it a red tutu, right? With red pom-poms. We had to give him pom-poms too. you can't give him a tutu without giving him pom-poms. You had to give him pom-poms too. Yes, COP.
Well, straight. Gordon Joseph. Good afternoon to you, Gordon Joseph.
Oh God.
This 2025. My wish for this 2025 is for you all to stop calling the Lord name empty. Stop calling the Lord name empty. If it was the medieval, if it still had the medieval days laws in this country, many of you would not be using the Lord name in vain. That rejoice, what you're speaking about, you wouldn't rejoice because there's one too much murders. And then, yeah, that's all right. I give you 10 out of 10 for that. But the pain you're feeling with all these murders that taking place in this country, I would say, Frank Clement, you all responsible for that. You all is the one that's responsible for that. You only intend to rejoice when the UNC lose election. And the people that who have the constitutional responsibility, you say yes, you'll go back and vote for the PNM. But what about the MP in the area? You're voting for that MP. What did the MP have to do in the area? The MP had to keep a blind eye towards all the murders that are taking place in your electoral district, your community, your base where you live. What is the responsibility of your MP? Just to teach you to be a PNM to your dad? Not to enhance the community, change that direction the community go in, and let the people them think positive and go forward. That is not the responsibility of the MP, Gordon Joseph. You all only intend to rejoice when the UNC lost election. And when you see crime under the UNC partner, it had about 24 murders in 5 years. 20, yeah, about 24. No, 2,400 murders. Check it in Wall Street in 5 years.
2443.
And in 10 years.
2,443. Are the numbers? Yeah. It's right there. Go ahead.
That the PNM in 10 years is over 6,000 are your brothers and sisters, your communities, members of Gordon Joseph. And you don't want to keep your party responsible under the partnership. All you was saying, them people and them don't care about we black people trying. Look how they're dying on the road and nobody care. They're dying 10 times worse now.
And you all keeping a blind eye towards it. Wall Street, I was fighting it, and you know what they were saying? You hear them saying that. I mean, then the woman and them, she don't care about we black people churn. They dying on the road like that, how we suffering. 10 years pass. It's happening 10 times worse. But you don't want intend to keep your party responsible, your MP responsible, your national security, you don't want to hold them accountable. Whilst we pay them thousands of dollars every month, and they're holding them accountable. But you're not going to rejoice. But you will rejoice when the UNC lost the election. How callous. How callous. Big man, stop using the Lord name in vain. The more you use the Lord name, the more those sadness will hit your community. Stop you doing that. Stand up and speak out. Do what Marcus Garvey did. Do what Nelson Mandela did. Do what Kwame Ture did. Do what Malcolm X did. Do what the black leaders did to enhance the black community and to motivate and inspire the future of their tribe. Don't motivate and inspire a political party that have you in transgression, in poverty, in calamity, and frustrated every day to just be using the Lord's name in vain. Stop that. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Tommy, yeah. You know, and here party trying to defend Gordon Joseph. Yeah, caller, welcome.
Thank you very much. Hey, what's his name? Kunchi. That's his real name. I prefer to call people by the real name.
No, people just call him
because
Kunji.
I hear they talking about some Kunji who thing with some corn soup and some. I don't know if that. What is his real name? Anyhow, people have to understand. One, I feel you see when you're talking about all you means the world, you know. I think you should be more specific when you're dealing with these topics. Be more specific because all you means the world. I don't know if you could recall me saying all you. At times I talk about the 6.5. I can't recall saying all you. Anyhow, that is one. The other thing is, listen, I am satisfied that efforts were made to deal with the gun crime. Now, it have all kind of crimes in Trinidad and Tobago because of the love of money. Yeah? All kinds. But unfortunately, there are those who only prepare to deal with the gun crime and the murders. They ain't prepared to deal with the other thing. So you don't hear them talking on their program at all about a matter that went to the Privy Council. The Privy Council took a decision, you understand? And we still can't see the light of day. We want to see closure to these things, right? We don't want to know that somebody or somebody's here and you don't know if they're guilty or the innocent. I am saying if the innocent man, let the man go free. Let the woman go free. If they're guilty, deal with them because that will send or could send a message to somebody else who want to come up with that same kind of ungodly behavior. That's one. Also, crime and criminality is not easy to deal with at all. It is not in the same category as agriculture, sports, education, labor. No, it's not. It's a different kind of thing because a lot of times you could get help from people who in authority to do your stupidness. All right? And that is what nobody will want who is sensible and love country will want to see happening. I am satisfied that this thing is so technical and ticklish that the previous regime that the 6.5 others back and support and want to see them come back there. How much security ministers they changed and what was the reason for changing them? I know the answer, but I leave in the answer for them to say it. What was the reason for changing all of them and what difference did it make?
Thank you.
All right?
Thank
and if they did not call a state of emergency, God alone know what the number was going to reach to, because if you check the trajectory, it could have well been over the $700, $700, the 700 mark. All right. So let me be real, and let me don't be UNC till I dead or PNM till I dead now. Let me deal with this thing in a realistic way and look to deal with the system more than the sister or the brother. Because if you deal with the sister or the brother and the system remain the same, then you got police killing in the police station, and all this will continue.
Thank you, Colin. Right, Tommy.
Stand by, Mobile Defender.
Are your partner?
Yeah, that's Mobile Defender.
Or are your partner now, right?
Gordon Joseph finished talk?
Yeah. Go ahead, take it. You have a special
Okay, MD, come in. You're live.
Uncle Tommy.
Yes, sir.
You know, between 2010 and 2015, it never had something called home invasion. Do you know between 2010 and 2015, we know nothing about nobody getting gunned down outside a police station? Uncle Tommy, you know earlier this year, it had a next murder by a police station, a guy who just came out. Was it correct? I mean, was it accordingly? Uncle Tommy.
No, you can call Wall Street. He's saying down here too.
Uncle Tommy. I want Wall Street right now. Wall Street siding with people to do evil. And anybody who don't want to see the end of the PNM, I have a serious problem with them. Very serious. But anyway, I have a next topic. Uncle Tommy, correct me if I'm wrong. A police station do not supposed to have a sentry, meaning somebody standing guard outside,
or a camera to monitor the outside from the inside.
Uncle Tommy have cameras. I saw Besson should have cameras outside. I'm not asking you. Ain't about the camera. The camera can't help a situation. I'm talking about the sentry officer. Like on the army bases, any army base you enter, have a sentry. Like when they go by which one like Christopher officers in Port Spain, right? It have a sentry outside. That is what I'm speaking about.
But Mova Defender, do they have that? I never really see. I know way back when I never used to see no police officer on guard outside any police station. No?
Guys, what I just about to say, PNM Wall Street. the central, like what do you mean? What is called by the offices is I think that is head office.
Yeah, I forget
head office. That is oh gosh, behind the parliament, behind the Attorney General building.
Yeah.
There's this
central police station.
There's a sentry right there. And correct me if I'm wrong, I went back in history now, Uncle Tommy, and Wall Street, PNM Wall Street. when 1990, with the coup, Uncle Tommy, the first two people who died was the sentry by Central Division. Because they were the first two people in the line of attack. But the point I'm bringing, Uncle Tommy, after the guy was shot dead by Belmont Police Station, that didn't shake up the hierarchy of the police service to put a sentry outside. Think about it, Uncle Tommy. So what you trying to tell me now, Uncle Tommy? We frightened to live. We scared to rhyme. We scared to party. Now we are just scared come out from a police station. Uncle Tommy, that situation could have been 10 times worse. I don't know if I said the man really put a thought to that what happened there. That is a serious indictment. Uncle Tommy, do you know right opposite Belmont Besson Street Police Station in the Riverside Plaza building is also a police how to put it? Yes. Yeah. Where the homicide bureau is and the final investigation bureau. Uncle Tommy, right there.
Right there.
So that van was literally parked between Besson Street Police Station and Riverside Plaza. So if you're telling me today, Uncle Tommy, that you rather you still do disappointed, but you still vote for a party and leaving a commissioner of police. Uncle Tommy ever take you another question for an interview? Any question in media action, she's laugh first. She's either grin or laugh first.
Not ready.
Uncle Tommy, and they're leaving that woman at the helm who is studying BB. What is called them gun on them? Anybody the water thing you're shooting out? Her concern, Uncle Tommy, I'm making this up for not. Her concern is about a toy gun that is a new phenomenon that is follow everybody. So the new thing in Trinidad now is some little water, some BB gun little thing that these communities coming together with the BB guns and they're playing a back and forth gun shooting thing. And that is the commissioner of police concern. Uncle Tommy, who has this lady? Uncle Tommy, I wish I didn't know somebody who close to her, or I wish I was close to this lady. I can tell her personally, ma'am, save your soul, save your integrity. Because before this commissioner of police, did you know of that person before? I didn't know. Now she's going on here, she's the worst commissioner of police ever. For saying all I have to say, Uncle Tommy, who is leaving this woman at the helm? And for what reason? Uncle Tommy, this is scary, you know. The police station of Uncle Tommy. You can imagine these men in this van. I sure that they're about an hour pack up or more, Uncle Tommy. Let me be honest. Because they know that find a car spot. They must be circle until they find a parking spot where they want to park. Follow me, Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
You telling me what could be running through these gentlemen's mind to believe that they would not get caught?
Yep.
Criminal minds.
Uncle Tommy, I will stick on this whole afternoon because this bothers me a lot. So
And it's
I will
supposed
leave it
to.
for now. But I really bothered, and Uncle Tommy, this is a very serious thing. So I'll come back here later.
Yeah, man. Bless.
All right, Mova Defender. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man. Tommy, I want to play this for the people because I don't think we understand when the Prime Minister talks about the mafioso code and the Cosa Nostra. I wonder if people understand what that means when Prime Minister Rowley talked about that. Just imagine, Tommy, we have a Prime Minister talking about the mafioso code and the Cosa Nostra, right? On our platform. Take a listen, folks. Take a listen.
A code, a mafiosi code. We keep each other's secret. It's only when you break rank, you go there and expose us, and for that, we're going to kill you politically. It's the code of the Cosa Nostra. As long as we stay together, we will survive together. And we agree not to breach the code of secret.
Just imagine Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, is encouraging his supporters to follow the Mafioso Code and Cosa Nostra. What do they mean? The Mafioso Code and Cosa Nostra are closely related concepts rooted in the traditions of the Sicilian Mafia. Mafioso Code. The Mafioso Code refers to a set of unwritten rules and principles that govern the behavior of members within the mafia.
See, Tommy? Unwritten rules. This is what Prime Minister Rowley is telling his followers, you know. And those followers just following it hook, line, and sinker. Let's take this call. Yeah, KFC.
Yeah,
KFC.
Mr. Washi.
Yeah.
Mr. Good afternoon to my comrade Tunji. Yeah, when the political boots and the political over defender, all the best for the new year.
KFC, you're going in and out. You're going in and out.
Yeah,
you're going in and out. You're going in and out.
Yeah, afternoon.
KFC, you got to call back. You're going in and out. Call back, call back, call back. You're going in and out. Let's finish listening to this, Tommy.
These rules emphasize loyalty, respect, and secrecy. Some key elements include omerta, the code of silence, where members are expected to never cooperate with authorities or...
Yeah? Code of silence. Never cooperate with authority. This is what the Prime Minister is telling people, you know. He's telling the supporters of the PNM, all you don't cooperate with the authorities, yeah? It's code of silence.
Reveal any information about the mafia's activities. Loyalty, absolute loyalty to the family and its members is paramount. Betrayal is met with severe consequences.
You hear that? Betrayal is met with severe consequences. Let me play that back. Let me play that back. Let me play that back.
Serious.
This is serious, you know. Listen.
Absolute loyalty to the family and its members is paramount. Betrayal is met with severe consequences.
Anytime you go against him, anytime. Hello to Adrian Leons. Let me say hello to former MP from over Lavantel East, Adrian Leons. Yeah, Tommy? Severe consequences. Yeah? All right. Let me take this. Yeah, KFC. KFC, you're going in and out.
Yeah, Mr. Washington, you hear me now?
Yeah, we hearing you. Go ahead.
Well, Mr. Clinton, comrade, Tunji, you have any political boots on, the battle is on. Mr. Clinton, mobile defender, all the best for 2025. Mr. Washington, they see that shooting my best friend shooting. I stay away from that shooting because that is poor thing with them police and them. Because no way in front of police station with hyper rifle coming and shooting a man and no sting operation to lock down the place was shooting the heart of the city. But Mr. Washington, but that guy on the TV there, he also break our record too.
Which one?
Prime Minister.
Yeah, he get gold, silver, and bronze.
But he will record. He Guinness book. He going in Guinness book.
Yeah, he should pay me in Guinness book in truth. Gold, silver, and bronze.
Yeah, the man who interviewed the former mayor, right?
Yeah.
He was in the party. I can see like if he family must respond.
Yeah, them is part of Skiffle bunch.
Right?
Yeah.
When the honorable commander of the Tessa get yeah, when the honorable commander of the Tessa pan the government to get 11 acres of land. He was build the pan thing for the pan players and them. The send them down in town there, get them 2 acres of land. We'll be running from in town. And they could have built that pan thing there.
You went out there for a minute. You went out there for a second.
Hello?
Yeah, you went out there for a second. Go ahead, I hear you.
I'm saying now, but he was a part of the government. So why they give him all the acres of land?
Who you talking about? The mayor? KFC, your phone?
You create some record or some kind of thing in it. So why does it not be in the government? You have
KFC. Your phone cut. Your phone going in and out. It's going in and out. Let me finish. Listen to this.
Respect. Members must show respect to each other and to the hierarchy within the organization. Discretion. Members are expected to conduct their activities discreetly and avoid drawing attention to themselves or the organization. Cosa Nostra, which translates to our thing, is another name for the Sicilian mafia. It is a criminal organization.
Hear that? Hear that, Tommy? A criminal organization. How could you make reference to a criminal organization? I don't understand it, Tommy. How could you do that?
Maybe you have a criminal mind.
All right, Tommy. All right. Okay. All right. Let me continue listening.
That originated in Sicily in the 19th century and has since spread to other parts of the world, including the United States. The organization is structured into families or clans, each controlling a specific territory and engaging in various criminal activities.
Engaging in criminal activities. Engaging in. That's why we have all the crime that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. The Prime Minister is telling people in this organization, use as an example these criminal organizations, the Cosa Nostra. Use them as an example, right? That's why we have runaway murders in Trinidad and Tobago. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. Let's continue.
Such as extortion, protection rackets, and drug trafficking. The Cosa Nostra operates under a strict code of conduct, which includes the Mafioso Code. Members are often...
Yeah? The Cosa Nostra operates under the Mafioso Code. You know, them PNM people don't understand, you know. Well, maybe I understand why. Maybe I do understand why.
Referred to as men of honor and are expected to adhere to the organization's rules and traditions. Is this the examples PM Rowley wants his followers to follow?
Yeah.
If I were to die tomorrow,
that is the example you want them to follow. 100%. Patty and PNM, Fox and all you. You see that? That is what you want all to follow. We don't know nothing else. Yeah? That is it. All right, let me play a voice note here. Look, Patty. Wall Street, you're desperate. Way. You know how much years that was when he said that? When them go back to talk about the UNC between 2010 2015, you know she don't say that. Hey, Tommy, you think they're real good, you know, boy. Patty always the best. Volsang say, Gordon, you don't sound like you want change, you want PNM. And it's a demonstration of vulgarity on your part to mention anything about corn soup having no proof of such. That's my observation. Volsang, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Them fellas just come and regurgitate whoever they hear. Listen to this voice note.
Wall Street for me time you pell stone. And them PNM people them they say, oh, you know, there's only pell bearing fruit. So when all the pelting fruit at the UNC, you can know the mango tree, the cherry tree, the avocado tree, everything have plenty fruits in it. You see all the bias? Yeah, stop pelting stone at the UNC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh boy. I don't know what else to say, huh? I see Mr. Intellectual boy with him. Mr. Intellectual, where you? Anyhow, ban me, I say. And guess what? What will happen again? Just wait. Caller, do you think these shootings, killings are orchestrated to bump up the stats? Do you think it may be political? Really, boy? Tommy, where ban my miners? COP, welcome. You have 2 minutes.
Wall Street and Uncle Tony
Yeah.
and listeners, good afternoon to you, KFC, and you and your family. All the best for the new year. Mobile Defender and all the callers and them too. Wall Street for the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister research what our organization is about. We never had all them sort of kidnapping and extortion and criminal activities from 2010 to 2015. We see it was cutting down. It's from 2015 to 2024 over here. We see kidnapping on the rise, extortion on the rise. That is the organization that you was explaining just now. And that's what the PNM are part of. And none of them PNM caller. Patricia Reid, good afternoon to you, Patricia Reid. I don't really want to fight you at all. I think that you is one of the most ambitious PNM bloggers and texters I think I don't want to fight you at all. Just leave me alone, please. Now. Wall Street, what the Prime Minister really mean? Criminal organization. When we have a Prime Minister signing off and hundreds of millions of dollars in non-disclosure deals, that is criminal. When we have a Prime Minister losing millions, hundreds of millions of dollars and NGC, and we business and them shutting down, criminal organization cause those things. When we see when we paying 5%, every time we put gas in our vehicle, we pay 5% for a better road to drive on. And we can't get a road. Nobody asking where that money going. Every time we buy a roll-on, roll-off tire, we pay 8% for better roads.
COP, we gotta go for the break.
We can't.
We gotta go for the break.
Yeah.
Call back.
Yeah,
Call
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. Go on, yeah.
Folks, it's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We're gonna go for a quick break and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. We're in the last hour here. So let me take this call. Caller, welcome.
Thank you. I am one of those who always have an issue with the leaders and the things they say sometimes. Even though I feel in my heart they're saying it in jest, they're saying it in joke. They didn't really mean what they say, but it's to help get the crowd in a certain kind of mood and so on. So he's talking about the Sicilian mafia, which we know deadly like that. I mean, when you watch the Godfather and those movies and then, you understand? But I don't think he's as serious as he sounds. But I still do not endorse making those kinds of reference.
Caller.
Let me finish my point now, please, and then you could always ask a question.
Go ahead, caller.
Don't do me what you do like others to do to you now. When Google button you do like that. Go ahead. It's your program.
Caller, go ahead.
Yeah. One of them some years ago said, all are we thief? When you say something like that, what kind of message you send? But I understand when he explained, I understand what he meant to know. But because of the we versus them, you understand? It have a section now. We want to use that. You understand? So you talk about you have to love. The leader say you have to love your party more than your country. And it's real people in that same party do not endorse that statement. I'm not talking about people on the outside. I'm talking about people in the party. You know, so I always feel that leaders have to be careful the reference they're making. And sometimes they say, you know, I raise gas 3 times and nobody in. I understand what he means. And you see he laugh when he say it. So I didn't take him serious, but I know it have people glad. They didn't take him serious either. And I don't believe they take him serious. But they will be too glad to use it when the time comes. What's the question?
No, that's okay. I want to take this next call. I will take this next call.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, cool. Point 14, welcome. Point 14, welcome. Point 14.
Hello, sure.
You're inside. Go ahead.
Yeah, am I loud and clear?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. Yeah, what's going on? I want to read something here for you. And I quote, do not let anybody fool you that crime is not being done based on who is in office. That was quoted by the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, in The Guardian, the 29th of August, 2024. And I'm going to quote again. Any time the government resort to blaming the opposition for its failure to deliver onto the mandate and their responsibility. Hold on. That's now. Let me get back this thing up and running. Where is that? Where is that? That's now. Right. To the people, it is a clear sign that they have accepted that they have outlived their use. Opposition leader Keith Lucifer Rowley expressed the 10th of April 2013.
Yep.
I wanted the people of Trinidad and Tobago understand the kind of demon in human form we dealing with here. Well, shit, I just be calling Lennox program and tell him for years the things that are happening in Trinidad and Tobago is pure evil, satanic, demonic, and outright hell in Trinidad and Tobago. And Lennox Smith used to be telling me, but he don't believe in them things. But when Lennox Smith started to compare and put the dots together and realize it's only logical that dealing with evilness in high places. So if people don't want to understand that is a demon posing as a human in human form, call Keith Lucifer Rowley and start to call the church to point out where the evil and where the blame needs to be put, we will never go nowhere as a country. You see that young man who paid that pandey for 30 hours? To me, that is one big distraction again. Because that's not reducing the price of gas, it's not reducing the price of food in the grocery. That is a non-entity to me. I stay focused that we need to get rid of the PNM government. Because what the kind of crime that taking place in our country never heard before in our history, since this man come and lie to the population that he will do better than Kamala Prasad's successor when he take office in 2015. And watch how the whole thing swing around. If any one of these people who support the PNM government are willing to go and check the manifesto and see if all those who are doing us today, if it's in the manifesto, a bunch of deceivers locked on and listening.
Thank you. All right, so folks, here is my editorial. Tommy, we talked about the statement that the Prime Minister made. Immediately when I saw that statement, I said, "Wait, boy, I have to do an editorial." So here's my editorial on the Prime Minister's statement.
Yep.
Editorial rebuttal to
It's reason
PM
for
Rowley's statement on high level of violent crime in Trinidad and Tobago, accountability and leadership. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's recent statement on the spiraling murder rate in Trinidad and Tobago has sparked significant debate. While the Prime Minister acknowledges the failure of the state and security agencies in combating violent crime, he simultaneously distances himself from direct responsibility. Despite his role as the leader of the National Security Council, NSC. This stance is problematic for several reasons. Firstly, as the head of the NSC, Dr. Rowley holds a pivotal position in shaping and implementing national security policies. The NSC is tasked with monitoring matters related to defense and national security, and it is chaired by the Prime Minister himself. This role inherently involves a high level of responsibility and accountability for the outcomes of security measures. By attempting to deflect blame, Dr. Rowley undermines the very essence of his leadership position. The persistent high murder rate, which has seen over 600 deaths attributed to violence for the second consecutive year, is a clear indicator of systemic issues within the national security framework. Effective leadership requires not only the allocation of resources, but also the strategic oversight to ensure these resources are utilized efficiently. The Prime Minister's acknowledgement of the state's failure without taking personal accountability suggests a disconnect between leadership and operational execution. Dr. Rowley's appeal to citizens to stop normalizing criminal conduct and to hold criminals accountable is a valid point, but insufficient on its own. While community involvement is crucial, it cannot replace the need for robust, proactive measures from the government. The Prime Minister's role is to lead by example, demonstrating a commitment to tackling crime through comprehensive policies, improved law enforcement strategies, and ensuring that the justice system functions effectively. Moreover, the Prime Minister's statement that even the significant efforts of the national security agencies have not deterred the criminal minds reflects a troubling resignation to the status quo. It is the responsibility of the NSC under Dr. Rowley's leadership to innovate and adapt strategies to effectively combat crime. This includes addressing root causes such as poverty, unemployment, and lack of education, which are often linked to higher crime rates. The Prime Minister's disappointment in the police force's performance is another area of concern. While it is true that the police must do more, it is equally important for the government to provide the necessary support and resources. This includes better training, improved technology, and adequate funding. Blaming the police without addressing these fundamental issues is both unfair and counterproductive. Furthermore, Dr. Rowley's call for households to get involved in increasing safety and security, while important, should not overshadow the government's primary responsibility. Citizens can play a supportive role, but the onus is on the government to create an environment where law enforcement can operate effectively and where justice is served swiftly and fairly. The Prime Minister's statement also highlights a need for a more coordinated approach to crime prevention. This involves not just the police, but also social services, education, and community organizations working together to create a holistic strategy. The NSC, under Dr. Rowley's leadership, should be at the forefront of this effort, ensuring that all relevant agencies are working in unison towards a common goal. In conclusion, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley cannot absolve himself of responsibility for the high murder rate in Trinidad and Tobago. As the leader of the NSC, he must take full accountability for the current state of national security. True leadership involves owning the challenges and working tirelessly to address them, rather than shifting blame. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago deserve a leader who acknowledges their concerns and takes decisive action to create a safer nation. The Prime Minister's role is not just to oversee, but to inspire confidence in the government's ability to protect its citizens. This requires transparency, accountability, and a relentless commitment to improving the safety and security of the nation. Only then can Trinidad and Tobago hope to see a meaningful reduction in violent crime and a restoration of public trust in its leaders.
So there you have it, Tommy. The Prime Minister trying to shift blame and not take responsibility.
That's not going to work.
And it's not going to work. Yeah? And of course, we have people who will agree with the statement of the Prime Minister, but also the NTA came out and had something to say about that statement too as well. You know,
let's hear what they have to say.
Let's see this person. Tommy, take it. I want to see if this person want to call of this person. I ain't sure about it. Okay, take it for a minute.
All right. Well, we listened to what the Prime Minister had to say, and we listened to what the editorial is. And it's sad but true. We have to deal with it. We have to push back. No question. Go ahead, Walls.
Sorry, I'm back. Go ahead. We have a new caller on the line. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Yes.
Where you calling us from? Where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Trinidad.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Compliments of the season.
Same to you.
And a great new year to your station.
Thank you.
Now, I want to make 2 points here.
All right.
The first point is that when the question was asked to Mayor Regello concerning the performance of the PNM over this 9-year period, he stated that he was satisfied based on the situation, how everything went along, COVID and this side and the other. When one of the senators called Dr. Rowley a house slave, the head of the Emancipation Committee came out and make a big statement and say that was disrespectful. But there it is. The Ashanti King came to Trinidad in 2023. And in the Savannah celebration, he told Dr. Rowley, I would like you to erect an Ashanti village in the country. Dr. Rowley went to India, he went to Ghana. Dr. Rowley came back and he brought Jindal to take over the land that was given by the UNC. Basdev Pandey. For the Pan fraternity to give it to this businessman from India. Something that piece of land was a piece of land just as the Diwali Nagar. So just as the Hindus had the Diwali Nagar, this Ashanti village would have been representing the African. Pan is one of the areas that could have helped the youths who drop out and can't go the academical area. They could have taken off that piece of art and craft. But before Dr. Rowley think of giving the Pan fraternity and opening a Pan city out there that could have accommodated both the Pan fraternity and the Ashanti village, knowing that it's pure African people dealing here, mostly. He refused and take it away. I am making an appeal right now that that city, that Pan piece of land should be given back to the Pan fraternity and Mayor Regello's son, who just did this marvelous piece of work on his instrument, be named after him. And the Pan fraternity should now erect, just as a caller had said, had mentioned, a large area for these type of activities to take place. I hope you understand, Professor.
Yes, ma'am.
That is my contribution.
Caller, what's
Thank
your
you.
name? What's your name? What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Father Adi.
Say it again. Say it again.
Father Adi.
Father Adi.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Okay. Bye-bye. All right, folks. You hear it for yourself. What can I
Father
do?
Adi.
Father Adi. Father Adi, welcome. Locked on and listening. I wonder if this is. Yeah, KFC. KFC.
Hi, Mr. Washington. Am I loud and clear now?
Yeah, and you're loud and clear now.
Yeah, remember the neighbor and Tiffany the Wi-Fi here,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Stand up by that pole. KFC, don't move from by that
Yeah.
pole. Stay right there. You're good
Yeah.
right there.
So the plan pass to check out the next store. Me put in New Year, so we have no loud and clear. We breaking up.
Yeah, yeah. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
But that last caller there, he said he afraid to say the raw. I said the raw. Doctor like he hate black people. We will come here to sugar coat that right now in a political, yeah. And it's real fire, we pelted, real boated, real evil, wicked PNM government. But Mr. Washington, I was saying before I was breaking up there, Mr. Robert, right?
Yeah.
He was a member of the PNM, who was the former mayor of San Fernando, right?
Correct.
And you can see like he family and them in the pan thing.
Right.
Right? You congratulate his son, breaking a record. But when the former government give them that piece, they left acres of land. So why he didn't lobby with the partner Rowley, the PNM family, to build up the pan facilities for the black people and them. So I'm black people not about land about. Like the same way the Wali Naga thing, we could have everything there, people could have going up there. He sent me down in town. Give it 2 acres of land down there. People running from town. I have to share this Prime Minister don't really care about the black brothers and sisters stuff thing. But Mr. Washington, we can't take that evil with Gordon Joseph and Party and them, Mr. Washington. 2025, I born in all of them, I come in political nasty and stink, election to win. Can't take that 5 years under this PNM, Mr. Washington.
I agree.
I doctor listed.
Yeah, man. I agree. Because people can say, Tommy, take it there for a minute. I got a voice note. I just want to make sure I could play it.
Yeah. Well, Father Adi, he made a good contribution talking about that land that we were given in Trinity for the PAN movement. We still are not sure if it's going to be given to the Indian businessman, because we haven't heard anything to follow up. But I would tend to think the pushback worked. However, Ramsey Moore is in agreement with everything that is being meted out to her, because God knows what is being kept quiet, but we don't know. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, hopefully, Tommy. It's only a matter of time. Yeah. Where, Tommy?
Yeah, well, next year we'll find out what would happen, because next year is right here, and the silly season is going to start as soon as the year changes.
So, Tommy, correct. I did another editorial on when the Prime Minister murders under his watch in Trinidad and Tobago became gold, silver, and bronze. And it was a grim milestone for TNT under Prime Minister Rowley. And folks, we have to, well, for those who put their head in the red sand and put on the left red earplugs, put on the Balize eye drops, and put on the Balize contact lenses, and also put on the Balize tutu. Let me say hello to Gordon Joseph. Listen to this.
A grim milestone for Trinidad and Tobago, an editorial by Professor Wall Street. In a troubling chapter of Trinidad and Tobago's history, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has become the first leader to preside over the highest, second highest, and third highest murder rates in the nation's history. This grim milestone underscores the urgent need for effective strategies to combat the escalating violence that has plagued the country. Under Dr. Rowley's tenure, the murder rate has surged, with over 600 murders recorded in 2024 alone. This alarming statistic reflects a broader trend of increasing violence that has persisted despite various efforts to curb it. The Prime Minister himself has acknowledged the severity of the issue, describing violence as a public health emergency, threatening the very fabric of Caribbean society. The root causes. Several factors contribute to the high murder rates in Trinidad and Tobago. These include gang violence. The proliferation of gangs and organized crime has significantly fueled the murder rate. Turf wars and drug-related conflicts are common. Economic disparities, high levels of poverty and unemployment create fertile ground for criminal activities. Weak law enforcement. The police force struggles with issues such as corruption, inadequate resources, and outdated operational modes. Judicial inefficiencies. A backlog of cases and slow judicial processes hinder the timely prosecution of criminals. Proposed solutions. Addressing the murder crisis requires a multifaceted approach. Here are some potential solutions. Strengthening law enforcement. Reforming the police force to address corruption and inefficiencies is crucial. Implementing modern policing strategies, such as hotspots policing and problem-oriented policing, can help target high-crime areas more effectively. Economic development. Creating job opportunities and improving access to education can help alleviate the economic conditions that drive individuals towards crime. Investment in community development programs can also foster a sense of hope and stability. Judicial reforms. Streamlining the judicial process to reduce case backlogs and ensure swift justice is essential. Establishing specialized units within the judiciary, such as a forensic anthropology unit, can enhance the efficiency of criminal investigations. Community policing. Building trust between the police and communities through community policing initiatives can improve cooperation and reduce crime. Engaging community leaders and residents in crime prevention efforts can create a united front against violence. Public health approach. Viewing violence as a public health issue, as suggested by Prime Minister Raouli, can lead to more holistic solutions. This includes addressing underlying social determinants of health, such as housing, education, and mental health services. In conclusion, the high murder rates under Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's administration highlight the urgent need for comprehensive and sustained efforts to combat violence in Trinidad and Tobago. By addressing the root causes and implementing effective strategies, it is possible to reverse this troubling trend and restore safety and security to the nation. The time for action is now, and it requires the collective effort of the government, law enforcement, and the community.
I mean, I don't know what else to say, no?
There's nothing else to say.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Volsam said, Wall, how is the caller father named? Hold on. Yeah, Tommy. Tommy, it just seemed to me that in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, we never had a prime minister who seemed totally lost with respect to solutions to the problem the country is facing. I mean, you know, you remember the last innovative idea that came out from, you do you remember the last innovative idea that came out from the government with respect to crime fighting?
Wow. I'm a strain in my brain.
Was it lie detector test? I think you know, lie detector test, and then they had what was that one again, boy? Vetted group or vetted force or something. I mean, the kind of, you know what? Maybe they should ask Junior Regello, not Junior Regello, Joshua Regello, about some innovation to help them. Yeah. Yeah, KFC.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Wall Street. Oh, every time the PNM in power, the crime will go up so well.
That's a good question, you know.
Yeah, man?
Yeah, we hearing you. That's a good question.
Well, there's so much crime in our country, you run away investors, people locking up shop and going, businessmen getting shut down, business closing down. And this PNM government want to blame everybody and they want to take responsibility. The Prime Minister, National Security in charge, and government in charge of the people. A man gets shot in front of a police station, and the second man gets shot. And when over the friend I was talking about is some plate gun going on right now, and I thought I'll bang out with the boys and I'm from down on the big time down the community thing now. So the commissioner of police coming along and talking about that. And but dying daily by the fours and the trees, Mr. Wall Street. I tell you that was going on in this country, not normal. Dr. Ali come out and tell the world that even they come and see and Black Magic and Obia, the last one to come out of Parliament. They see what's going on with the country right now. I read up to now they find the man who for the regular Mr. Wall Street.
No, I realize that. They didn't find him yet.
Do you think they're gonna find him if after this time?
We have to get stressed and ready to get rid of this evil for this country to move forward. How much more must die? But we might tune by you might tune the line up before me.
Yeah, let me get.
All right,
yeah, man. Yeah, Tommy.
Tommy,
go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna find him after this long period of time.
Tommy, don't give up hope now, man. They will still find him. I feel they go find him. Tommy, that is something, you know, boy. You know what I mean? Your family, boy. You will never, you know what I mean? No end to that, you know. No end, boy. Another quick question I need to answer. How every time the UNC in opposition, crime does go up? Tommy? So KFC just asked the question, how come every time the PNM in power, crime does go up? Here we go, Josephson. He sent it. Another good question that need an answer is how every time the UNC in opposition, crime does go up? Anyway, let me play this song. You all listen to this.
A big one. Oh, yeah, there's big one. So that is a gun. Listen, man. Hear me now. I frightened to live. Who are you? I frightened to live. Now, listen. I frightened to live. Sing. I frightened to live. I frightened to live. I frightened to live. One more time. I frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I build me a coffin. I make it my home. Because that is my only choice. This kind of life, I leave it alone. Because when I look around and I see man raping their own daughters mercilessly, man living with man, woman with woman. So how must I live? I can't understand. Look, I'm frightened to live. Whoa, yo. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. A bandit in my face with a gun. Take my own and began to run. I'm in the station reporting what the bandit do. I was the same bandit I was reporting to. Look, I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. One more time, come again. I'm frightened to live. Hey, I'm frightened to live. Hear me now. It is so obnoxious when I look around. Things I just hear and see. My God, how could I go on? Children killing children every day. Parents guiding their children to go astray. Tell me how those youths getting all those guns, and where in the world those guns coming from? Me see a frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. You come again. I'm frightened to live. Sing. Hear this. If in my ceiling they find coke and gun, it's my whole family they carrying down. But if the police get caught with the same refrain, all they getting is transfer to do crime again. You see, I'm frightened to live. Hey, I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Sing! I'm frightened to music! Now you see this verse? This verse is my verse. I love verse. I want to listen to my verse. My verse. Yeah. If our child could die by the hands of a bandit, police may halfway search, they may never catch the culprit. But if Mr. Big Man child end up dead, they go in to paint the old damn tongue red, putting out all force and energy, finding the killer immediately. So how must I live? Where you? I'm frightened to live. Come again, I'm frightened to live. Hey, hear this, hey. I turn to church, that's the answer. Listening to the priest preach on the altar, while taking in the words of the Almighty. You know the priest pelting sweet at me is the frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Hey, I'm frightened. One more time. Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Plenty people in Trinidad saying they're frightened to live. They're frightened to live, Tommy. All kind of thing happening in front of a police station. Nobody in get. Tommy, you know, we made this suggestion, Tommy. Simple, Tommy. You have a police car at the end of the street and a police car 100 meters before the police station. How could anybody escape? How could? I mean, boy, it's just so unbelievable. But anyway, Joshua, welcome. Wall Street Kamala to include Gary Griffith on a slate to combat crime in TNT. Party says KPB financial plan is to lower company tax, but always say PNM support the 1% in. Okay. So Miss Georgia sent this to me. This is the Joshua Regello. Let's listen to this. This was sent by Miss Georgia. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. This is Joshua Regello when he just finished. This was sent by Miss Georgia.
Technical team, Bobby, the sound, everybody, but we're all part of planning this. These are really objective people who have no reason, and they had to endure hours of pan. So I just want to, in this moment, just think about these witnesses and just say thank you to all of you, not just you, but everybody else from the organization, and thank you so much for being a part of this. Yeah, literally, the one thing.
Welcome to the audio.
Yeah, Mr. Washington, I see that part. I feel like Pastor Glory, but this retired, but Mr. Washington. I see my entire international market. I've got a big PLM jersey, a man exalted my term, go for the market there. They can only support it, and the pastor, the city name, you can condemn that. But for Mr. Washington, local election, right? I passed down into the Padong is piano, but there were down in my UNC trench coat and a woman wig. Where I'm telling you now, there's only PNM down here. I said, I die UNC, one and a half of my trench coat. Yeah, local election, everybody watch because they know run up a bus to carry them. Some of them go and carry them, they had a PNM thing there. So I pass through. You know me, I passed through my whole with my UNC trench coat and my UNC bag on my head. I want to run. It's only PNM down here. But I said, I thought UNC, all of you can't be British. All of you can't. But Mr. Washington talking about what coming up with festival, she's saying the lock up 10,000 black Africans, right? But the moderator talk about 4 people that died. She keep her stage at the mood and she shows civil lives and limbs in Mr. Washington.
Correct is right. Correct is right.
Because either man that pass through that, and plus over my side and the next side, without thing when I look up there, that are the back that are war.
What year was the state of emergency again? What year was that? 2012, right? 2012, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But was civil lives and level. Right now we are 600 and something murders here.
Yeah.
So doctor, we try something to try to save the black brothers and sisters, because people who died out is in East West corridor, no Mr. Washington.
Correct is right. Correct is right. Yep.
But we go feel if we go win the election, got plenty of the supporters dying out.
we gotta let them sit on money.
In very silence country, I don't understand, man.
Yeah, man, bless. Reporter call back. Okay. PNM Fox says Patricia Reed, Kamala knows nothing about running a country. She will always be advised. Okay. Let's finish this audio here, Tommy. Let's take this call. Reporter, welcome.
Yes, brother Wall Street and brother Tommy, good afternoon. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Brother, I know journey nowhere back from Point 14 to Port of Spain. Yesterday, that little shooting in Port of Spain. Wall Street, let me tell you something, brother. And people of Trinidad and Tobago and all you national outside. You see what happened yesterday in Port of Spain? I was on the corner of Nelson and Queen Street by George. You're supposed to know where George is on the corner of Queen and Nelson Street.
Yeah, I know that.
Right. And brother, man, when we hear them things start up in town, so nobody, they're just telling us that because of the music playing around by police passing and trying to do the thing. I'm showing this one out there for the men and them who traumatizing the city right now. You understand? Because they get an opportunity to run roughshod in this country because there's no law and order within the politician, and you cannot get it from certain community groups and all these different things. They will be very lawless. That will give you a right to be scaring the people like that. Time I leave Nelson Street and come down by Chimuk Bakery. When I come down by Chimuk Bakery and going down by William H. Scott Day, the people in the mobile taxi stand running. Now remember, I tell you, the shooting was going on since I by Nelson Street, the corner of Queen and Nelson.
Yeah.
That shooting taking place for a while. Where the police and them? What's going on? I the bottom line. What gives these brothers that comfort to create such a nice move, they will call it, because they get through. You understand? But now we take down that thing. We have a serious thing to deal with here. Remember, I want you to understand this, my youth. You see, the policies of Dr. Rowley and them is the policies that bring this tailspin. Things will get better. Have patience. Give a brother a chance. Try and let me see if we could think this thing and work this thing work for the better, because not for all their children and things to youth. Or they're having all on TikTok, you see the youth of them fighting and talking about their children. If your children, they are trying to live by. It mightn't be the best of father, but try and live and get other brother a chance to live. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago and the world by extension.
Thank you, reporter. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Tommy, let's get back to this Joshua Regello thing here.
Because is independent witnesses. So this doesn't mean that we are actually in Guinness. We then have to submit evidence, but we cannot do that without the witnessing and sending evidence. So big shout out to all the witnesses and the organizations for sending you all on short notice. Thank you so much.
So yeah, that was with the respect to the
verification.
Yeah, the verification. Let's listen to this other one.
Literally Christmas Eve, I reached out to all these organizations. Was it Christmas Eve? Like one of those Christmas Eve, I reached out to TTFE, TTPS, the Fire Service, and then Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts / Ministry of Youth together. Christmas Eve to send witnesses to stay with us for this 21 hours, and they can only stay here for shifts of 4 hours at a time. This officer, she do about, I don't even, yeah, she do, yeah, and the reason why I'm singling them out right now, I mean, there are people who like Simo came and Simo's been, I think Simo's been there for like the longest while, and they're members of the, the technical team, Abby, the sound, everybody, but we're all part of planning this. These are really objective people who have no reason, and they had to endure hours of pan. So I just want to, in this moment, just think about these witnesses and just say thank you to all of you, not just you, but everybody else from the organization, and thank you so much for being a part of this. Yeah, literally, the one thing we need to make this validated by Guinness is independent witnesses. So this doesn't mean that we are actually in Guinness. We then have to submit evidence, but we cannot do that without the witnessing and sending evidence. So big shout out to all the witnesses and the organizations for sending you all on short notice. Thank you so much.
So there you have it, folks. And Miss George also told us that Marcus Lewis, also known as Mr. Fantastic of Tobago, tried a 24-hour segment but was unsuccessful. COP, welcome. COP, inside.
Wall Street and Uncle Tony, good afternoon again.
Good afternoon.
Wall Street, if it's one thing, we must tell, in fact, I must tell Dr. Rowley and the PNM and his supporters and them in this country that Dr. Rowley government failed miserably. Miserably. Just imagine what I witnessed in this country by watching the news, by paying attention to what's taking place in my country, what I witnessed. Since Dr. Rowley become Prime Minister and head of National Security Council in this country, I see the most heinous crime take place in this country. I see the biggest set of guns in this country come out when Dr. Rowley become Prime Minister. That is when I start to see the most heinous set of crime, murders and violence, and the set of guns. Gary Griffith was commissioner at them times. He started to speak about that. We never see these kind of guns in this country. I witnessed the PNM government and as Dr. Rowley as head of National Security Council, our borders was open for weeks, probably still open. People coming and going as they want. The Tobago House of Assembly, them had us to take them fishing boat, you know, them canoe and them Uncle Tony, and protect the borders. So I want to know what a fishing boat, them canoe and thing could do with securing borders. All those things. That is what we get in today. When you leave with borders open, when we see the most, Dr. Rowley mentioned sometime in 2021, 22, that the country washed with blood. The country washed with blood. And Dr. Rowley recognized that. Supporters of the PNM. And they keep a blind eye towards that up to this day. And every year the murder rate go higher and higher. We lose the most amount of money. We spend the biggest amount of money in national security. We spend the biggest amount of money in education. And we get no result from it, Dr. Rowley. For 10 years under your administration. And your supporters contented with that. What they're doing? What they're doing to say, well, all right, the taxpayers, the taxpayers them give over $70 billion in 10 years. What you could show for that? What you could show for that? We don't even have fire trucks in this country. We can't show for that. All you could watch is all of them family member them renovating the home, buying nice luxury vehicles for the children, living luxury life. Living luxury life. Up to now, the people in Lavendale can't get that $100 million for success to come in the community, for opportunity to come in the community, for development to come in the community. But we hear that Dr. Rowley take $58 million for entertainment. We witness in this country the most amount of tears fall in homes under Dr. Rowley administration. People lose their life like that up to this Christmas time. Gordon Joseph and Patricia Reed. Mothers crying up to right now as we speaking. Mothers bawling. Turkeys and ham stay in fridge. Burn out. Because they could not pay attention to that. That is one time we are seeing. Because the children involved in it. Every day, Dr. Rowley, your administration, and they keep a blind eye towards it. The most amount of family members suffer with depression and low self-esteem. Yeah, in this country, this 1.4 million people, you bring in the most amount of immigrants in the country. The most amount of immigrants. We don't know if it was murderers, killers, and gang members coming in our country. And today we see the most amount Wall Street in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. You ever hear people head chop out, the leg chop out, the foot chop out, and they find a foot here, and they find a foot head there, and a body there? That is what happened under Dr. Rowley administration for years, but over 10 years, and they keep a blind eye. You supporters of the PNM, see if you will continue supporting that organization, that code of conduct organization. That is what that organization brings: crime and violence, misconduct in public office. And we have to take that. But 2025, we will express ourselves. We will express ourselves, Dr. Rowley. We will tell you how we feel. Thank you.
Brooklyn, welcome. Brooklyn.
Good evening to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Washington, Uncle Tony. Before I start, I want to say I was up in the pavilion just taking it in, right? But the boy from Point Fortin make a statement, and I had to correct him on it. Because nowhere in history we ever hear that any church fight for the people against oppression from the government. Nowhere in history. So when you say that we have to know that Dr. Rowley is evil, yes, we know he's evil, and you say we have to turn to the church to fix the problem, you still have to go back and dig up in the history. Because the politicians, the government, and the church, them in the same boat together. The leaders, look at Pastor Google. You don't see how Pastor Google is? You can go and tell Pastor Google to Rowley is evil. Eh? So when you come on this show, remember, educated people is listening, and people who know the history. Nowhere. There's always somebody like a prophet who don't belong in a church will get people together and fight against the oppression from the system of the church, which is the same system, because they tell them they're letting people come to church so they can obey the government, the leaders. Right? Slaves obey earthly masters and they will obey Christ. It's in the book that they read in the church. So don't ever make that mistake and say we have to go to church to fight Rowley. Rowley and the leader in the church, all of them in the church. All right? Yeah, and I want to say also, when they talk about the partners of distraction, no, I don't even believe that neither. I think that was a great job that Joshua Regello did. It was to show that we are the mecca to the world. It was, you see, you're not a fan, man. You probably don't even know how to play and know that why you say that. But when you say that there's distraction, sometimes we just have to look at politics and separate it from the good things we could do, our creation as a people, before we just study only politics. So when you see us say that, oh, that's a distraction, that was wrong. Right? I was in the pavilion, I wasn't even in a call, but I said I had to correct you. Yeah, because the world look at us as champions. When you come to say that that is a distraction, yes, Rowley will go. But even I was talking to a man here just Christmas Day, elderly guy. Say he's a PNM from Eric William days. No, he says he's a PNM. And I say, you are Eric William PNM. He says he's still a PNM. I said, but Rowley killed man in. Man get vexed on him. Man said, Rowley killed nobody. I said, Rowley and Lepito, he's from right there. He said, from your small post and Lepito. You didn't hear that? He said, didn't hear that?
I said, so you didn't hear Rowley just trying to take away old people pension. You know the man say, you didn't hear that night I tell me a lie? So this is how sick these PNM people is and the evil that we fighting. It is not real because I know the world who listening to what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago heard when the past that when they went through that bill to take away people's pension if they have over $25,000 in the bank, which is no money. And sickening Batari, I'm going to say the mistake the government made, they should have said 50,000. Yeah. So 50,000 people is money to Batari and them. You see why these people are called to heavy, they have to die out of the country to make change? Because once these people are alive, we will be fighting not only against the government, but fighting against them. And that is why I come to the point to let you, Wall Street, really fast about the devil cast down to the earth with the all and all the laws of evil. And that, so again, happy New Year. We will reach the point where we will get rid of the PNM someday, either by voting them the right way, the profit will rise up, and we will take it by force. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, man. Bless. Folks, put your closing voice notes in the in closing comments in the chat, and your closing quotes in the chat, and put your closing voice notes in WhatsApp. Okay, so you put your closing quotes in the chat and your closing voice notes in WhatsApp. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, the person hung up.
Okay, Tommy. Before we go,
here they come. Welcome. You're live. Yeah, go ahead. You're live. You're on air.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Uncle Tommy, good afternoon, and Wall Street.
Same to you.
Not cutting across, but concerning the body that they're looking for down on the south side in Trinidad. My belief is the body, when a person drunk, the body will stay down for 3 days. After that 3 days, it will submerge, which is the water, air is getting lungs. And it must come up. If it don't come up, which means it hook up between the equipment down there. And the results to that, you know what will happen? You see with fishes.
Oh, okay.
The only way they will know that is when they pull the equipment up and they find its PPE, which is his clothes, maybe the boots. That is the only way they could tell whether if he was hooked up or if he went with the current. If he went with the current, all that search, the body's supposed to submerge in 3 days' time. That is my input.
Thanks a lot, Kola. Kola, what's your name? What's your name? You going?
See Barry. Barry?
Huh? You going?
Yes, Barry.
All right, Barry. Thanks a lot.
All right.
All right, man. Bless. Tommy, I want to play this before I go. They put me up, Tommy. They put me up. You know, as I said, if you're in the guile, you have to be able to take bois.
True.
So take a listen to this. I don't know if you saw this, but take a listen.
Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
A pleasant good afternoon to you. Pastor Google, can I ask you a favor?
I listen to you.
Can you play over that video that they talk about stupidity? Because what I'm listening now is exactly what you played in that video, and here is why. What about if somebody puts on a UNC jersey, goes into a market, and somebody else come and says the same thing about the person in the UNC jersey? Will you highlight that this much, Pastor?
A few moments later.
What?
So good.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting, in it?
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
see, we don't run from things here, you know. We don't run from things like how them could only play certain things, you know. You understand? When you're going in the guile, Tommy, you have to be able to take boy. You have to take boy. If you're in the guile, you can't be in the guile and can't take boy. Folks, we're gonna go for a quick break. Right back. Don't forget, put your closing comments in the chat and your closing voice notes on WhatsApp. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And don't forget, you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Caller, KFC.
Oh, Mr. Washington, you look nice in that yellow there, man.
They put me up, boy. They put me up. When you're in the guy, you have to be able to take boy, you know. You can't go in the guy and can't take boy, man.
You can't go down in the PLF constituency, but they're going to cost you around it.
Yeah, boy. I gave me cost left, right, and center.
We're going to talk about that. Well, I know that when the planes feel a pattern of sort of what I read about what I yellow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, correct is right. Yeah, all right. Bless. Let me play this voice note here, Tommy. Hey, look your partner, Tommy. Yeah, yes, COP.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
You saw here showing Mova Defender is a UNC stop calling up here, never? Mova Defender. You see me the UNC just there? Stop saying Pierre Wall Street, right? That's what you show you there. You show hey, don't call me no Pierre, I'm at UNC.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Mova Defender, you get called out, boy. Mova Defender, you get exposed, boy. They exposed you today. You only calling Tommy from Tommy get exposed. You fully exposed now. Tommy, read what your partner say on the screen there. Are your partner?
You shouldn't be surprised that the PNM station did that.
Yeah. Tell me what I see that I say, boy. I say they're real good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Walls for me. With line. For battle that's to come, all manner of vulgarity and ignorance for you to dismiss your arguments of wanting a better country. Rest assured, we are here support. Yeah, man. Volsang, full 100.
Yeah, this is the beginning.
Yeah. We here, man. We here for the long haul, you know. We here.
This is the beginning.
Yeah. Let me take this one.
Good evening, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. Compliments to the season to both of you all and your listeners. This is Kanash here. Concerning the one of the rig that after the rig that fell in the sea, right? You see that East Coast, when it comes to safety, they does not take safety serious. For a rig, a platform to go down like that, you understand? That means they have not been maintaining those legs, and if they are maintaining, if they do maintain it, they didn't do a good job on it because these legs have to be clean so regular because there's not a lot of I forgot barnacles on these legs. You see that East Coast, the salmon. The next serious incident is taking that alpha feed. These people who run in these operations pay no regards to safety because you know why? It have no union recognition out there monitoring the safety aspect of these platforms because if they have a union representation out there, they will not work under these conditions on this platform. I was on the East Coast, I can tell you what's going on there. And it's time. And this government move away from the union. They don't want no part of the union where they are involved. So that's what causing this problem. And a serious investigation has to take place on this platform. How it went down.
Thanks for that information, Mr. Carlos. Thanks for that information. So, folks, let me give my this is my closing quote. Hold on. This is my closing.
Good morning, God. Today is Sunday, Father, December 29th, and this is not just any Sunday. It's the last Sunday of the year. I couldn't begin this day without taking a minute to praise you and thank you for your infinite goodness. Thank you for allowing me to wake up once more under your protection and care. I reflect with a heart full of gratitude for all the blessings you've poured over me throughout this year. I praise you, Lord, for your constant presence, for your hands that have sustained me in difficult moments, and for your love that has renewed my faith. Thank you for the victories achieved, the challenges overcome, and the valuable lessons learned. I know it was your light that illuminated my path and your wisdom that guided my every step. On this last Sunday, I give you my heart and my plans. May I step into the new year with the certainty that your grace will accompany me. Strengthen me to face the challenges ahead and grant me discernment to make decisions aligned with your will. May every day be a new opportunity to love you, learn, and thank you for everything you do in my life. I trust in you, Lord, and I place my future in your hands, knowing that your goodness and mercy will never fail. Amen.
From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, I got this one from a good buddy of mine, and I like it so much I'll share it. A hacker called me and said he had all my passwords. I got a pen and paper and said, "Thank you, God, for that. What are they?" The second one is, if people did not sometimes do silly things, nothing intelligent will ever get done. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, have to become the change you want to see. However, when you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe out there. We'll see you tomorrow at WZYE in the village. Till then, be safe.
Thank you, Tommy. Closing voice note.
Yes. My closing comments. I thank God because He has allowed us, well, let me speak for me, to see the last Sunday of 2024. And I know I can speak for a whole lot of people. Some of them like yellow, some of them like red, some like white, some like blue, some like black, some like green. A whole lot of people are thanking God because they've made it down to another year when so many did not make it. And some of them, it had to do with the choices that they made. That's the only reason why they didn't make it. The choices that they made. But there are some things you cannot undo. Undo. You have a couple hosts. They vote PNM big time. They're fighting to undo it now. They're fighting to undo it now. My grandfather used to say, anytime you say, if I did know, that means it's too late. Yeah. So I ain't get my question answered. I'll ask it again. Why we have the killings that we are having? Who is killing who? I want some answers. I don't want to just jump up and say, oh gosh, 700 murders, it's Rowley's fault. That don't make sense. It don't make dollars. It don't make nothing. Because if 700 people get killed, and then another time it was 200, it's still bloody too much. So don't try to come around me with that stupidness about which one is more and which one is less and which one I will prefer. How you could tell me to prefer 200 people getting killed? Or 700 people getting killed? How I could prefer that? But I could understand what could cause it. What could cause it? Thank God for Regello. They took responsibility to train up the child the way that the child should grow. Sometimes you try your best and you have the odd one that could stray. Later on, they may come back. All right? But I hear you talk about his son with church and thing. How many of our parents doing that? Or pointing to them that is Rowley, is the government ain't providing nothing for you. Stop reading that book of tuishness. Read the book that tells you do not rejoice if your enemy facing disaster or danger, and love your enemies. Thank God I don't have any. I want, that's the devil. But whether you're wearing yellow, you're wearing red, it doesn't matter to me. I love you as a human being. I will help you when and how I can if you indicate to me that you need help. And I ain't going and call the media, and I ain't going and set up the media to come and take no picture or to come and run no video. No, I'm not doing that. I ain't letting my left hand know what my right hand do. No. Hey, we work on fixing this now, boy. The system. It's not the people that you gotta be going around in circle, the same thing over and over and over. Oh gosh, all I'm fed up by. Anyhow, pray. God loves when people pray because it means they are talking to him. And he could respond.
Good afternoon, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy, and Tell Murray meet again. We just waiting on the come down, and the silly season looking to start. Real goodies and things going on, give away real boon and things looking to shout. Mr. Washington, Tell Murray meet again. The political war is start. The greatest evil, wicked, heartless PNN government. Fire burn the PNN that go. The caretaker fighters on that road, boy, you're mad. Rowley said, no jackass, you see, you know, who dead, who live. So all the right thing is that, you know, they come out and do the right thing and get rid of this evil, wicked, heartless PNM. Once and for all, wipe them out politically. Mr. Washington, bless. Good afternoon, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy, and Tell Murray meet again. We just waiting on the come down, and the silly season looking to start. Real goodies and things going on, give away real boon and things looking to shout. Mr. Washington, Tell Murray meet again. The political war is start. The greatest evil, wicked, heartless PNM government fire burn. Good afternoon, Mr. Washington. I thank God for life, health, and strength to bring me prosperity for 2025. I want to see this evil, wicked, heartless PNM out of office. Fire for them. Me no want no dog as my friend. Me ready with the lions and them. Mr. Washington to meet again. Let's keep up the good work. And we burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them. This evil PNM I look wash. We can't take like 5 minutes on that roll, boy. Too much of wickedness and we are going in this place another man, man. Evil guy.
All right. That's it. Let me go to the chat here. Mean Gene says, closing comments. This is the best ending to your show ever. Thank you, Mean Gene. PNM Fox opposition leader Kamala Prasad will be able to reign as prime minister, but she'll never rule. So says Prime Minister man who described her as being a okay. All right. Let me see if we have any more closing comments. Okay, folks, that's it. So, folks, we see you tomorrow on The Village from 7 to 10 p.m. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So I got to talk to Tommy. I don't know if we have a show on Tuesday. But we'll let you guys know tomorrow. So we are out of here. See you guys tomorrow.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting you up. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderator sin another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. You're someone like some goats when they come looking for votes. With the empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderator sin another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place. Champion.